1st. It's an end date now.
What, are they trying to screw us?
I assume they're trying to screw us.
It's us.
Yeah.
Literally us.
We're live on the internet.
What's up, everybody? Here we are live on the internet. Ben Folks' basement. Sir Nigel Longstock's in the house.
Good day to you, internets.
See? There he is.
Not complaining about the nice, cool basement now, are you?
Oh, feels nice. Feels nice.
Mm-hmm.
I just put the window unit in my bedroom today. Finally got to that point.
Well, I feel like we're off to a good start.
Got to keep it cool up there.
Yeah.
Couldn't really sleep last night because of how warm it was.
Too hot. Too hot
And
to
all my
sleep.
children kept waking up.
Joe Rogan's just absolute commitment to the black dress shirt, no
It's the
tie.
only shirt he owns. It's the only dress shirt he owns.
Maybe he's on like some kind of a Silicon Valley startup guy thing where it's like he eliminates choices from his life by just wearing this all the time.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
He's now using 11% of his brain.
See what you did. We Sir Nigel's fiance made some lemon bars, so we have those.
Well, it's not really in character, that is it, sir. I found them in the dumpster.
Fun fact, Sir Nigel's getting married 1 week from today.
What?
No, that's what I said when I found out that I was expected to be in the wedding, which I found out not from Sir Nigel, but from his fiance. He was like, he's told you like when to show up and stuff, right? No, he's not.
I'm pretty sure I told you.
He did not tell me anything.
Well, this podcast has become an inquisition.
This is a setup. We brought you here to confront you. All right. Are we ready to talk about what's going on with Diego Sanchez and his weird coach?
I mean, we're ready to talk about it, but do we know what's going on with Diego Sanchez?
I mean,
he brought that little box to the interview setting.
He had that in mind. He had that as a thing he wanted to do.
So it's not like he was just out here freestyling.
Do you think he saw that Macho Man Cream Rises to the Top promo and was like, you know what? I could do something along those lines?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe he did. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he he's come any further back down to earth.
Yeah. Did you read the MMA Junkie story by our dude Mike Bond, Mike Bad to the Bone, as you know him,
to the bone,
where he has several quotes from this new coach?
I saw his tweet that said he got the only interview with the guy.
He said he asked like 5 questions, and the interview lasted 40 minutes. So, kind of gives you an idea.
The exact opposite of the normal MMA interview.
Yeah. I'm looking for it so I can read you some quotes from this guy. Because basically the guy just comes right out and says, like, yeah, I'm not going to be doing any, like, X's and O's in there. Like, I'm not doing any technical stuff. Like, I'm just, here harnessing the power of the universe or some bullshit like that.
Great. Well, that's good because going up against a guy like Michael Chiesa, that's not a situation where you're going to need to make any adjustments.
No, I shouldn't think so. You're just going to need to go in there with the power of the universe. Okay, here it is. Here's from this guy. The guy's name is Josh Fabia, something like that. What I've done is I've revived ancient wisdom with modern technology. It's very unique. It's very different. I have my own message. It's not like anything else out there. I'm addressing things that start at the time of Earth and last to the day you die. So yes, I have valuable martial and combative context to help Diego, but on another level, I'm teaching him how to control himself and how to become aware of himself by becoming aware of everything around him.
Well, I'm convinced.
The time of Earth?
From the time of Earth, Chad.
Till you die. Which is pretty much all the time you need to worry about.
It's I can't think of another time that's not covered.
My God. When I hear that, the thing that I think about is this guy sounds much better than Greg Jackson.
Now, see, he throws a little bit of shade at Greg Jackson where he's like, yeah, it's not like where it was with Winklejohn and Greg. Where's the quote here? Where he talks about going into the gym, and it sounded like maybe he didn't feel like he got whatever. Okay, here it is. You're talking about Greg Jackson and the Winklejohn gym. This thing of everybody putting them up on a pedestal and me going into that gym and seeing no expletive training happening. I'm mind blown. Mind blown. The amount of respect they expect and demand from the fight community and world when you didn't give me a hello. You couldn't shake my hand. You're going to act like I don't exist. Yeah, dude, I think they are probably going to act like you don't exist. Because, like, what kind of respect do you feel like you deserve showing up there talking about the time of Earth?
Yeah, let's talk again after this fight card, and then we'll see if we can get a handshake or a hello.
Yeah.
At that point, the time of Earth. Maybe I'm naive, but Earth is not a time, right?
Well, I guess the time of the creation of the Earth.
I guess, man. Who knows?
Earth is an attitude.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Did you see the video of Luke Rockhold weighing in?
Yes.
I don't want to talk about it.
What are you doing right now? What are you trying to pull? You don't want to talk. You're going to bring it up and then you don't want to talk about it.
He looked good getting off the bus. Let's just say that.
Wait.
And leave it at that.
Are you accusing him of something?
No. I'm just accusing him of making us all feel weird. That's what I'm accusing him of.
Oh, I see. You don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it. That's right.
You don't want to think about it like
Why do you think I got this pillow on my lap?
Alone at night. You don't want to think about it.
Don't want to think about it ever.
In the shower, for instance. Another time you don't want to think
If
about
I was going to make a list, that would be near the top.
Let's say you're surfing and you wipe out. You slip beneath the waves and then you come up for air and all you see is Luke Rockhold and his smiling face extending a hand. Need help, bro? He says.
Okay.
You take his hand.
Yeah, I would fall into Luke Rockhold's strong arms.
Last one.
We're still talking about this guy's
last one. I think having some time with somebody with some different sets of skills, showing that the basics and the fundamentals of a lot of things have been skipped. A lot of people go to school 10 years, 15 years. You got all these degrees on the wall. How many of these people know how to breathe? So you don't know how to do the basic physiological functions of your body, but you want to run your mouth? How dare you run your mouth if you don't know how to breathe? I don't even know how you would run your mouth if you don't know how to breathe. Seems like it'd be a very significant challenge to running your mouth.
All these fighters out there running their limbic systems at Diego Sanchez.
Well, Danny Acosta just went ahead and tweeted Diego Sanchez fighting with a charlatan who has never cornered a fight ever as his only corner man is the most irresponsible shit in a reckless sport.
Wow. So, that's not the most irresponsible.
That's not the most irresponsible shit, but that's...
Colleen asks Sir Nigel, who you got, Jesus or Deadpool?
Ooh,
this is a Ben Askren and Jorge Masvidal question, I believe.
Jesus for sure.
Okay.
100% Jesus. He's been packing them in for a long time. Deadpool is a flash in the pan.
Compared to Jesus, yeah.
Oh, we're getting us out of the way early.
Going right for it. I like how we make sure to have a nod that Michael Chiesa won the UFC's only live season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Like, that's harder. It's tougher to do.
Yeah. Well, he didn't get the chance to go back and re-edit his fights. So he just had to do them live.
He had to just do it in one take.
Is Michael Chiesa religious?
I don't think so.
No.
Interesting.
I follow him on the gram. I've hung out with him a few times just like at events and stuff. Spokane guy.
Oh, okay.
Seems like if he follows a religion, I would say it's the religion of weed and snowboarding.
That does sound like Spokane. I would describe him as having religious eyes.
Okay.
Kind of.
Are you just saying because he looks like kind of like if you could see him as a charismatic cult leader?
Yeah, he's got the big eyes.
Oh, I forgot when he did that to Carlos Condit.
Yeah.
That was gross.
That was gross.
The old conduit.
I also forgot that Michael Chiesa now has a giant tiger tattoo on his
I think
obliques.
he's been working on that for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like if he said, quote, Jesus is awesome, he wouldn't have to change his eye position at all. It would look fine.
Coming out some Ted Nugent here.
I mean, Michael Chiesa has his tracksuit top tucked into his sweatpants, so already I'm on board.
Yeah. Representing Italy on his fight kit.
Maybe he borrowed it from Sam Cecilia. Think? There's Sam Cecilia right there, right?
Yeah, they're bros. Also, Austin Shipping noting that with your Luke Rockhold surfing scenario, maybe you just changed your perspective on Point Break.
No. Speaking of which, Roadhouse people, tonight's our night. We got to get on there and vote for Roadhouse. We've closed the gap, only a couple percentage points behind. Final push. Let's break in front of Point Break. Subvert the Point Break industrial complex. Let's do it. Roadhouse people, rally the troops.
It's just, I want you to win one, but I also want everybody to acknowledge that Point Break is a better film.
You keep saying that like it matters. Like people are logging into the co-main event movie club being like, oh, I hope they choose the better film this week. Point Break over Roadhouse. Because I'm a complete Poindexter.
What you want is a movie that he just barely has a plot.
Diego Sanchez came out with a thing over his head.
Okay. And that's got to be his dude right there, right? His one dude.
That's the guy with him. It's the only guy with him.
Well, it does. It streamlines some things corner-wise, I guess. We don't have to worry about who's going to talk.
Yeah.
Please let this make it to at least the second round so that we can hear this guy in the corner.
I think he's going to be like, this guy doesn't even know how to breathe, bro.
It should be just a walkover, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to do the basic functions of his body. Colleen tells us she has a master's in physiology, so she'd say she knows how to breathe. See, I think he would say she's exactly the kind of person he's talking about.
All those degrees
on the wall, Colleen.
15 years of education.
That's what she regards apparently as just. I mean, does he mean higher education, or we're just talking?
Starting kindergarten.
Okay.
So you have 3 years of college, you drop out, you think you're the smartest man who's ever lived.
Oh, wow. Well, still got the crazy Diego intensity going.
Yeah.
It's.
I feel nervous.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Nervous, excited, but also mostly just a little bit worried. Do you think Demon Maya's watching this going like, come on, Diego, just make it through in one piece so I can fight you next?
Wow.
Yeah.
Bruce Buffer sewed together a bunch of other tuxedos to make this tuxedo. Like,
the theme of his tuxedo is foreign money.
What does he do with them after he wears them to these things? You know,
well, there are some that make repeat performances.
Yeah, but not many. Like, especially like stuff like this, it's like people are going to remember this one. It shows up again. And it's not like you don't just sell that on the internet, right? Like somebody's like, oh, I've got an event coming up. This will be perfect.
I guarantee you Bruce Buffer is donating shit to charity auctions all the time. Doesn't he seem like that kind of dude?
I mean, I know he's auctioned off his like note cards before. Okay. So Make-A-Wish kid here.
He's a giant Jesus piece.
It's like, I want to
Sir Nigel is
see Diego Sanchez get weird. That's my Make-A-Wish. Look, there's the corner man back there. Oh, he's loving it. He's loving it. Back there breathing and shit. Look at him.
in through the nose, out through the mouth.
The intensity is going to be the last thing to go for Diego Sanchez.
Yes, whose nightmare is it?
Wow, deep.
See, this is why you spend the money to have a theatricalist come to your live watch party. He asks the deep questions.
Wasn't he the daymare for a while? Did he?
He was like the American dream, or the dream. That's it, the dream.
He's foaming at the mouth. Spit flying out of Diego Sanchez's mouth.
Please just let us see it in the second round. That's all I want.
Yes, he gets a hold of the neck, though. This is not a good position for Diego Sanchez.
No.
He's more got the torso
Yeah,
than the neck.
he's got the whole, like, upper 30% of Diego Sanchez's body. Yeah, Kiesa's not really worried about a takedown there, though. Man, he looks big compared to Diego Sanchez. Yeah, see, I don't think I want to play bottom game jiu-jitsu against Diego Sanchez. I know Chiesa can do it, but wouldn't be my first choice.
What's he got tattooed? Whoa! Hip toss.
Man, it really just doesn't look like they're in the same weight class. Is that Diego's corner yelling, move?
Get your hands on him! Punch him in the face, Daryl.
Yep, that's got to be him. He's like, change positions. And then Diego turns him around, and that guy's telling him, see, I made him do that. That was me. I did that.
Lean corner.
John Ennick's a professional.
Yep,
You
consummate pro.
Yeah, Diego's sheet here is about 7 pages long. Quite the resume. 3, but yeah, I
You got the clinch here, and Michael just bulldogs into the ground. Tying up that arm, he might roll into a crucifix here.
And I don't believe Diego's ever been submitted. Right?
I don't believe he has been either. But he looks like he might get triangle here.
Oh.
Michael in the back here. Good strikes.
Ooh.
Great control here by Chiesa.
And the body triangle, too.
Soften him up. Not rushing it. Gotta be careful here. He's got the body lock. He's got the triangle. He's under the neck.
Diego's not even defending that. Not even doing anything.
Move, Diego. Right? Get your hands on him.
Breathe.
Scotty.
Breathe. You know how to breathe? It's a huge advantage you have. Oh.
Hey, Diego,
Man, I do not want to
trade
trade.
elbows to the knee for elbows to the side of your
Yes.
head, dude. That's not a good trade.
8 career wins by rear naked choke for Michael Chiesa. Still maintaining control of the back here. Less than 2 minutes to go round 1.
At least that corner man, you know, he's vocal. You can hear him. So Chad drinking a literal soda pop here.
I brought a Coca-Cola.
Showed up with a Coca-Cola.
Tastes weird. Real weird. Just felt like that's what I wanted.
Hey,
Sounded good to me.
don't argue with the body. You know, if the body says bring me a Coca-Cola.
Why argue with the body all the time?
Minutes ago to get into a second round. If they deny me the opportunity to go into Diego's
What
corner,
if they go to Chiesa's corner? You gonna be mad?
you know what? I'll turn this off.
I mean, that seems like a no-brainer.
I'll turn this car around, Chad.
Seems like a no-brainer of a production move to go with the Diego corner.
If they fuck that up, the guy at cage side just horrified by man's inhumanity to man during this fight. What is he saying? Well, 22-2 in the head strike department in favor of Chiesa. I'd say that tells the story of the first round, kind of.
No, there's no CompuBox for breathing, guys.
That's true.
Way ahead.
Yeah. Running away with it in the intake of oxygen category.
Breathe, Diego. Occupy space. Ooh.
All right, come on. Take us to Diego's corner. Don't fuck this up. Why are we in Chiesa's corner, Chad? Chad.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. Oh, took him a while to get in there. Mostly he doesn't do this.
All right, switch it up. We got to be able to see Diego's corner.
Here we go. Just tell him how to breathe, Chad. Wow.
Strikes.
Yeah, that's about what we should expect from that corner man, I guess.
I told you it was in through the nose, out through the mouth. That's how you do it. That's how you breathe. These guys now so smart.
You got degrees on the wall and you know how to breathe. Whoa. There was, though, like at least from what we heard, not a single bit of anything approaching technical advice.
He said he needs that Tyson.
Again, I'm not prepared to say that really counts as technical advice. Not even really strategic advice.
But he's just flowing. Yeah. He looks very calm while he's doing it.
Oh, this is bad.
Big shots. Diego's trying to get out of there.
God, just making Diego carry his weight in these positions got to wear him down.
Well, I think these days I've seen it on the social media. I think Diego walks around about 170, 75 pounds.
Is this going to be one of those fights where Diego just gets beat up again and again, but he's so damn tough that he puts himself through 3 rounds of it with no hope of really winning?
I don't know. You can take 3 rounds of those strikes.
But he's moving.
Hits very hard.
Okay, you have somebody stuck up against the fence, don't go for a takedown. But Mike is so good on the ground.
Yeah, he really is a specialist. I mean, he's not going to be in a kickboxing match with anybody.
No, but he does well enough. He can hurt you. He's got good skills on the feet, but he knows where he wants to get. He wants to grapple. He wants to ground and pound and look for your neck.
I just can't remember anybody handling Diego on the ground this easy.
Where's an earthquake when you need it? Ask Stan Stuff on Twitter.
The way he's stacking. Just like, undeniable.
Need that Tyson, Diego. I guess it's just sitting on your head, big brothering you.
Diego really showing us the wrong Tyson here.
That left leg stretched out. Diego's going to try to squeeze him with that. This one we'll find out whether Diego can do anything. With the way he's got that left leg, that should help him get elevated. He's going to try to attack that leg now.
Do you think they made this matchup thinking, okay, well, Michael Chiesa is a guy who might beat you, but he's not the kind of guy who just completely smash your brain in, not factoring in that he would look like he would be so good in the grappling game and be enormous compared to Diego Sanchez that he would just dominate him and punch him in the head.
Who knows what they even think anymore?
Oh. Flatten Diego out. Now he's just going to punch away.
Beautiful work here from Chiesa.
Oh,
This is near the end, in my opinion. If he just keeps punching. Sanchez trying to scoop him out, gives up the back again. He's just got to flatten him out again. Nice job for Diego to at least turn to his
That guy will never throw the towel, will he?
No, that guy doesn't know where the towel's at.
well, Diego. Here he comes. He's got that Tyson, Chad.
That's what it is right there. Yeah. Jesus, he's so much bigger than
Yes,
him.
he is.
Oh, foot stomp, though.
Listen, man, you don't come up through Ultimate Fighter 1
Yeah.
and not know your way around a foot stomp in the clinch. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
He has to just drape himself all over Diego Sanchez.
The long arm Chiesa deep in on the left armpit of Diego, controlling his body.
We're going to see a third round here, aren't we?
He's just overwhelming Diego.
You know, what if Diego tried breathing in through his mouth and out through his nose?
That's heresy, what you just
I
said.
mean, third round, it's going to be time to try anything, right? Time for a Hail Mary.
That's what I expect from some ivory tower egghead like you, Sir Nigel.
You know, I've been to school for over 15 years. I think I know a little something. Oh my God, my brain isn't getting enough oxygen. What should I do? Oh no.
All right. Let's get another look inside that corner. Oh,
God.
Over Diego Sanchez on the feet and then immediately grabs those legs, effortless takedowns. Almost effortless control on the ground. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, the way he's flowing through these positions. You know, Diego will have a moment where he escapes from something that looks like
I mean, I guess in fairness, I don't know that there's anything Winklejohn and Greg Jackson would be telling him here that would make a big difference in the way this fight's going.
He's either on your neck, he's getting wrist control, looking for a Kimura. He's always attacking, but he's ground pounding.
We're playing. You got to go 100 to go. What it is.
It's time.
It's time now.
He's got to go 100%.
You got to
Okay.
stop playing here
Yeah.
in the third round of your professional mixed martial arts fight.
Definitely the problem is too much playing. Diego has played too much in this fight so far. When he began frothing at the mouth, it was a sign that he wasn't taking it seriously enough.
Yeah, that was him at like 85%.
Oh dear.
God, this is just some
Grabbed him by the neck and
Big
pulled him
Brother
down
shit.
there.
He is just a couple minutes away from stuffing him into a locker.
I want to be on top of you, choking you, and beating on you, and stretching your arms out. Look at that. He's got his arms wrapped up in a crucifix position. The right arm's trapped by his legs, going behind him. And he just has so much confidence in his ability to flow that
Oh,
able
he's going to do that thing again.
move around.
I think he's looking for that thing.
You can't ever really get a solid position. Get in on the leg. Like right here, he has the leg for a second, but Mike's already working on that right arm.
Yes.
Left arm.
And it's just the way he's able to control everything.
Rick Burt comments that somewhere Matt Horowitz is yelling at, or I think he meant Matt Horowitz, yelling at Diego to surf the multiverse.
It's like watching a black belt roll with a blue belt. It really is. It's like he's playing. He's having fun. Nothing is no big movements. Nothing just
Cat Pope notes, the corner advice was basically the version of put your hands on him, Daryl, you'd use to avoid plagiarism in a school paper.
Makes big switches very close to this fight. Doesn't really have much of a corner with him. You wonder what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Nemiroff, bold character since 1872, and many of you, I think, saw that big welt on the backside of the head of Diego Sanchez, who has been largely dominated by Michael Chiesa here through about 12 minutes.
Although, Diego said all this stuff about why he left Jackson Wink, that he didn't feel like he was really getting coaching and that he was improving and stuff. And then I read Josh Gross's feature on Greg Jackson, and Greg himself says that like he hasn't really been around that much. He's been dealing with some stuff on his own. And it was like, maybe there's something to some of the stuff people have been saying about how things have been going at Jackson Wink. I mean, I don't know if the answer is to go get yourself a breathing expert with no real combat sports expertise.
Maybe Diego came down from Albuquerque and found it much, much easier to breathe and credited to this man.
Okay, that's a possibility.
But that would be a giant feather in his cap, not to beat Diego, right, but to tap him.
So he's the first man to submit Diego Sanchez doing something. Elbow there for Sanchez, but one and done. Not like he's trying. The fight he's trying.
Yeah, he certainly is.
But the longer this fight goes, the sweatier they get. Diego's crafty as they come.
He is crafty.
That's great, but
I'll give him that.
the thing about sweaty is you
Yeah, that's
kinda
true.
get under the neck.
It actually helps you slide
Yeah.
under there.
Crazy thing is blood. Blood helps more than anything.
Yeah, no matter how much you keep your chin down, if you're bleeding on your face,
Yeah, it's grease.
Diego, come on.
Has the back here.
That's the corner.
He's opening them up.
he's got wrist control as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing of even if it was a good idea to leave Jackson Wink alone, if you're Diego Sanchez, you could essentially go wherever you want, right? Depending on what your means are, I assume any camp in the world would probably have you.
That's so perfect for him. He's got to open it now.
He's just taking these.
There he goes. He's working, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're going to try to go to AKA and they're going to be like, no, we're not interested because we feel like you might end up, like we got a guy who might be in title contention in that division and you might get in his way. No, they're not concerned about that with Diego Sanchez. Also, what kind of a cut you think this guy's getting?
Oh God, I hope he's not getting any money. I hope he's getting a box full of Diego Sanchez T-shirts or something.
Every round was a yeah.
I think it would be.
Yeah, especially now that Nevada has adopted the new rules. I like the fact that they're allowing the use of replay, instant replay throughout the fight. That's great.
I guess what I can say about this fight is it could have been worse for Diego Sanchez.
He's trying, but now he's limited.
Does Michael Chiesa have some kind of alien or ape man tattooed on his leg there? What is that?
He's trying.
Is it a fish? Somebody's green? Like, obviously, it's got.
I mean, it has abs, so
Right.
it would.
A fish man, I suppose.
Oh, that hurts.
So Diego Sanchez was not going to be submitted tonight, despite the best efforts of Michael Maverick Chiesa, who dominates from the touch of.
Could have been worse. That's my takeaway.
As he tries to continue his welterweight winning streak, this fight replay is brought to you by Nemiroff. Both characters.
Yeah, I guess it could have been worse.
Yeah.
It was all Chiesa here tonight. Absolute dominance from Michael Chiesa from bell to bell. Looked like he was going to get a finish a couple times. Had Diego flat down here, landing some beautiful ground and pound, looking for rear naked chokes, looking for Kimuras. His stand up was sharp. Had Diego up against the fence, landing combinations, getting takedowns over and over again in this fight. No matter where it went, it was the Chiesa show tonight. Mike wasn't able to put him away, but that was a dominant performance over a very resilient and tough Diego Sanchez. All right, these fighter stats brought to you by Poker Stars, pound for pound, the greatest online poker experience in the world. Take on the best to win millions of prizes every day on Poker Stars. 125 to 42. A lot of those significant strikes on the ground tonight. Takedowns 5-1 for Michael Chiesa, who controlled the fight for north of 11 minutes.
That 218 of control time for Diego Sanchez, even that seems generous.
Indeed, sir.
Action with Metro by T-Mobile and never miss a knockout with their reliable network and unlimited data. With those scorecards, which should be wide, here's Bruce Buck.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-26 for the winner by unanimous decision, Michael Maverick
was a 10-8 in there.
I mean, not really that surprised. He completely dominated that fight.
I'm here with the winner, Michael Chiesa. First of all, congratulations on a truly dominant performance. This was really a showcase of your grappling talent here tonight. Yeah, man, Diego's a tough guy. Thought I had him in a second. I went for it. Dude, he took me some deep water. I'm pretty tired.
Because you don't know how to breathe while you're tired.
In through the nose, out through the mouth, Chiesa.
See?
You look so big at 170 now. I did it but for sheer stupidity. I'm fighting a lot smarter now. This is my division. Top 10.
I'm gonna get a beer. Anybody need anything?
No, I still got my soda. I got my Coca-Cola. I'm good. I got my soda pop still.
Yeah, I heard
A little bit left in there.
Cool.
You know, there's a new Coke now.
Oh, is that so?
I've heard it's pretty good.
I don't tonight. I didn't want to cut Diego. I do have an evil mind. Shout out to my friend Jeff Roscoe, who passed away. This one's for you and your family. And to Braden, my buddy who's here tonight. You know where you're at. Thank you, everybody. I love you, Mom. We certainly deserve a top-ranked opponent. I hope you get one next, sir. Congratulations. Joe, back tickets to your Portland show in August. Yes, thank you. Michael Chiesa, ladies and gentlemen.
That's clever, right? Not asking for a spot on the Joe
There you go.
Rogan Experience. Asking for tickets in Portland, Oregon.
Thank you, sir.
By Michael Chiesa.
That's right.
Chiesa asked Rogan if he could have tickets to his show in Portland.
Okay. Joe Rogan not coming to Spokane?
I guess not.
Francis Ngannou has acquired a child.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm drinking the Centennial IPA here from the Flathead Lake Brewing Company here in Montana. I recommend this one. You had the Centennial IPA?
Oh, yeah.
It's got IPA in the name.
That's nice, though. I like that.
Find out what these lemon bars are about.
Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile.
Oh, yeah.
Never miss a knockout with their reliable network.
That's not bad.
Whole kitchen smelled like lemons.
Well, there are worse things it could smell like.
Indeed.
And by San Manuel Casino. Most slots on the West Coast. Visit sanmanuel.com for all real details.
Austin Shippey also brings up, have you heard them referring to the hybrid rules we're using here?
No.
Which it is the
Because
most...
that's what we needed.
Yeah.
We needed a hybrid rules set that we could go to.
Mhm.
If the
It is the most MMA fucking thing ever to have even just the existence of the phrase hybrid version of the unified rules.
Hybridized with what? With some different rules?
Yeah, basically. Also, someone noting, Sean T noting in the athletic chat, let's all hope Diego learned something here. I feel confident he did not.
Oh, no. Diego doesn't remember most of this.
Or if he did learn something, it was the complete wrong lesson.
He just needs
Back to
get
lightweight?
right.
you think that's the
God.
Where I think he should have been all along. Taking on Max Holloway, I think, at the perfect time. Max Holloway coming off of that loss against Dustin Poirier. The first loss of a long time for him.
oh shit, Luke Rockhold is next.
Oh, man.
Be still my heart.
You ready for
Excited.
this? You ready for Luke Rockhold to
I'm
come out here and
excited.
take his shirt off?
Oh, you don't think he'll have his shirt off, do you?
I feel almost a guarantee Luke Rockhold is going to be stripped to the waist.
How do you think the other skateboarders feel when Luke Rockhold shows up at the like he was surfing a skate park or a pool in that picture? Do you think they're like, this fucking guy?
I mean, I don't think that there's like, oh, hey, cool, Luke Rockhold's here. He's got his shirt off. And No, that's the sentiment. The word poser might get thrown around,
Then they see that sweet grind or whatever he was doing.
and then they're gonna be like, okay, I do have to respect that. It's pretty dope.
They're vaping the whole time, by the way.
Must be nice to be an athletic surfer. That's probably what they say.
Prelims on ESPN2 leading into the pay-per-view for UFC 245. For the rest of our quarter four schedule and locations, go to UFC.com/events.
Man, it's a nonstop thrill ride from here. You got Luke Rockhold versus Jan Blachowicz next, then Ben Askren, Jorge Masvidal, then Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm, and then the big banana, John Jones and Thiago Santos.
Get some money put on him now. A little bit more swollen, minus 250. Jan Blachowicz coming back.
Blachowicz? I wouldn't say it all wrong.
No. Blachowicz.
Two big ones tonight in this 205-pound division. Well, Luke Rockhold reached the top of the mountain at 185 pounds. Now he's chasing a title at light heavyweight, and that journey begins here.
Did you hear Jan Blachowicz when asked what Luke Rockhold said to him when they had their face-off at like media day or whatever?
No.
His answer was that Luke Rockhold told him, "You have small feet."
I mean, I guess that's effective in a certain kind of way.
Just Luke Rockhold out here trying to trash talk you, and whatever goes through his mind just comes right out.
Maybe he was so taken by the small feet that it just
He
he opened his mouth and that's what came
He
out.
meant it as a compliment. You have dainty feet.
Yeah, maybe that was it. The feet of a dancer.
Mm-hmm. Like you have the kind of feet that, like, you know, Chinese princesses used to have to get like bound up for.
Yeah, a compliment. In
Yeah.
other words,
People have crippled themselves to get the kind of feet you have, Jan Blachowicz.
And Strikeforce middleweight champion, whose wins list includes Chris Weidman, Michael Bisping, Lyoto Machida, and Jacare Souza. Luke Rockhold could rest on his laurels, but by making the move to light heavyweight, Californian is making a statement that he is more determined than ever to get back to the top of the heap. Go here to win. Fight the best. Take the gold.
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
There are times when during like a Luke Rockhold interview, I'm reminded of that episode or like series of episodes on 30 Rock where John Hamm is the guy who is too good looking to have ever had anybody tell him that he is not very smart.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he will have a trio of coaches from Florida in his corner, but he assured me his ties to AKA are still strong.
Well, Megan, thank you very much. At one point, when Luke Rockhold was in that middleweight prime, a lot of us thought skill for skill, this was maybe the best or most complete 185-pound fighter we had ever seen. But man, did he have to cut a lot of weight. This is a massive frame, and it's going to be interesting to see how he fares tonight against the.
This is a massive frame.
Who's he got with him there? Oh, you got the
Yeah, Henry Hoost.
Henry Hooft and the guy, I can't remember, Carmini, the guy he used to be the wrestling coach at ATT. That whole Florida crew.
Who's handsomer, Luke Rockhold or the guy standing directly behind Luke Rockhold?
You mean Henry Hooft?
Oh, yeah. That is Henry Hooft.
It does kind of look like Luke Rockhold's dad.
Yeah,
His,
yeah. I feel like if you were watching this at a bar, you could convince somebody that is Luke Rockhold's dad.
Yeah, that's Wayne Rockhold right there.
Saying Wayne Rockhold is the perfect name. Like, I don't know what his dad's name is, but man, if it's not Wayne Rockhold, somebody fucked up. What's on his leg here? What do we see?
He's got the calf compressor thing there.
Do you think the other calf is the one that's hurt?
Definitely. He should have at least worn two.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jan Blachowicz coming out to House of the Rising
Yep.
Sun?
It seems that way.
Do you think he just learned how to play this in like the third week of guitar lessons? So he's like, yeah, when I walk out to this, it's a dope song. It's been running through my head all week.
We'll see how it fares for Jan Blachowicz. Oh yeah, all it takes for him to do is come in here and beat a star, and somebody as well known as Luke Rockhold to put himself right back in that picture. Because that's what Luke is saying. He thinks with a win over Blachowicz, that's going to put him right into the title picture. So you figure Blachowicz has got to be feeling the same way. This is his division. He's been working and fighting all these guys in 205 his entire career. So he should have the size advantage. But when you look at Luke, and I don't know if that's going to be the case.
And nothing's this badass fight walkout like the lyric, "My mother was a tailor. She sewed these new blue jeans."
Blue jeans very exciting for a guy like Jan Blachowicz.
Been a light heavyweight for a long time, and he knows what it's like to fight against these bigger guys. For Luke, there's some question marks. But what we do know about Blachowicz,
He looks like he should be on a bottle of Polish maple syrup.
and his ground game is excellent.
Poland renowned for its maple syrup.
Yeah, they really
It's part of the maple syrup belt.
yeah.
You know, I actually
Chief
hired
export.
a crew of Polish guys to go out and harvest maple syrup, but they just kept tapping the telephone poles.
You know, this is not the venue for your vitriol toward the polls.
Get out of here,
Xenophobia.
you guys. They all piled into their submarine and slammed the screen door behind them.
Okay.
Disaster.
Yeah.
The light burned out in their house. Had to have about 10 or 12 guys over to change the bulb.
Hope you're entertaining yourself. Are we going to get a wide shot so we can see Jan Blachowicz's dainty feet?
Well, yeah, now I want to watch for him.
Yeah. Cat Pope says Rockhold is going for the MMA version of the Allen Iverson single shooting sleeve.
Hmm.
If this were pro wrestling, he would head kick, knock him out, and it would turn out that it's like there's like a steel plate in there.
Those jogging weights you can put around your ankles.
Yes.
Does he have a nickname, Luke Rockhold?
I don't believe he does.
The Duke?
His feet seem perfectly normal
I
size.
forgot to look.
So
I
busy.
was distracted trying to think if Luke Rockhold had a nickname besides Athletic Surfer.
Here we go.
Keep going. Pan out.
Back it up.
Come on.
He doesn't have a nickname either. Does he shave his armpits? Jan Blachowicz shave his armpits.
Nothing wrong with that.
Wow.
Odor control, sir.
Really?
Oh, yes. Have
Really?
you noticed me not emitting an odor lately?
I can't say I have noticed that.
See, there you go.
To be honest.
That's how that works.
The odor would have to be really bad before I would consider that worth it. Oh, he goes immediately with the kick with the loaded sleeve.
Yeah,
Look at that. Oh, see, that's
two.
definitely,
That's three.
there's got to be a
Check
foreign
it,
object in
Herb.
there.
Check it for a load.
See, if Herb were a pro wrestling referee, he would have gone through and
Oh,
checked him head to toe all before this.
Blachowicz must be careful not to get lost in Luke Rockhold's eyes during the match.
I wonder
his feet look perfectly normal.
They look more or less the same size as Luke Rockhold.
Well, maybe Luke Rockhold was projecting.
Do you think you could wear two calf sleeves? Because wasn't that the rule about like where they wouldn't, one of the commissions, like they wouldn't let Shinya Aoki wear his like grappling tights basically because they were arguing that it would give him better traction, like on his guard game and shit like that. But if you wear one of the sleeves already pulled down.
Yeah, looks like he's got some tape underneath it.
What is underneath that? Is this a massive scar? Yeah. Oh, you can see band-aids on it. It's tape.
Band-aids? Don't tell me somebody would go in there with fucking band-aids on them.
He's trying to drag it down. I'm really surprised that he's taking this tactic. I thought he would be fighting on the outside throwing kicks.
Well, Hogan's doing a great job staying on his feet so far.
Staying on his dainty feet.
Yeah.
How does he even stay up on those things?
With Blahovic's cardiovascular system, so perhaps trying to tire it out here a little bit early. Nice elbow from Dallas.
Good elbow. Luke has been overconfident in the past, and he paid dearly in the Michael Bisping fight. He almost had disdain for Michael Bisping striking until Bisping rang that bell.
Look, keep your hand inside the cage.
What? That's not a rule.
He's reaching beyond the cage.
Keep your hands and feet inside the cage at all times.
Yeah. Is that an ad for the hospital for special surgery? Which, A, sounds like a made-up fucking hospital, for one thing. But also, did a hospital buy an ad in the UFC octagon?
It sounds like a hospital that would be closed and haunted, like notoriously haunted.
It's like, you know, when you're at the bar talking to chicks and you claim to be a doctor and they're like, what hospital do you work at? And you're like, oh, I work at the hospital for special surgery. Yeah. So you probably wouldn't have gone there.
Pretty cool. I work at the Children's Hospital for Special Surgery. Come along, ladies.
Luke Rockhold looks like he's sucking wind right now.
He's that breathing guy.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Diego, just yelling at that guy right now.
No, I really would like to know what the conversation back at the hotel room is going to be like.
It could also mean that he just doesn't want to hit that shin again. I mean, we don't know what he's feeling on that shin. All that surgeries and staph infection.
And also, he's carrying a whole lot more muscle right now, Joe. We don't know how he's feeling at 205 pounds. This is 205 debut in the UFC, right?
Rick Burt says, keep your hands and feet inside the cage as the hybridized, unified, mixed martial arts rules.
Keep your hands up there, Mr. Rockhold.
Yeah, I mean, he might be a little tired.
He's seeing these kicks come more and more and sliding out of the way and blocking them very nicely. Rockhold is loaded up on that high left kick a couple times.
Oh, it's a good right hand by Blachowicz.
Straight taekwondo from Luke Rockhold. Is Luke Rockhold one of these guys with a taekwondo black belt?
I don't know. Uh-oh. Whoa. Uh-oh, that leg is kind of stanky for Luke Rockhold.
That was late. He definitely hit him after the
I don't know. Uh-oh.
Oh, dear.
Your boy Luke Rockhold doesn't look like he's feeling so good right now. Like a dainty foot just went upside his head.
Coach, he says.
Show me the replay.
Coach, am I still handsome?
That was a little late.
Oh, that's an axe kick.
But he's already throwing it, you know.
Don't stop fighting. Don't stop fighting. Looks like the commission is going to talk to her game here for a second.
At the bell. The kick was initiated at the bell, not after.
Let's go. All right, her game ruling that it happened at the horn, not after.
That was initiated
Right,
before, and then the horn rang, and he continued. We don't know how badly Luke was hurt with that, but it looked like he was dropped.
Oh.
Rocco got tagged there, though. He got tagged. There's Luke's back.
Rocco with a nice smile, not much to smile about over the last couple of minutes.
Luke, what are you doing? Just getting kicked in your damn leg.
Blachowicz with a small cut on the bridge of his nose, but he is a picture of focus here.
Blachowicz doing a great job of attacking his leg.
Jan Blachowicz, I gotta be feeling a little more confident now.
Yeah.
This guy with his chiseled good looks and his tan. Let's take him into deep waters. Fuck his leg sleeve all up. I'm not totally sure what Luke Rockhold's game plan is here. Just to throw a whole bunch of kicks and then get into the clinch?
Let the staff do the rest.
See,
Give him staff by hitting him with your staff leg.
that's, I mean, like 5 days or so after the fight, that one might catch up with him. But it doesn't, like, he's not really transitioning to like the next level of any takedown attempt when he gets here. He's just kind of like stalling and resting here. Oh. Oh, shit!
Oh, he ain't pretty no more.
Oh, damn!
Oh,
Blachowicz with his dainty ass feet just knocked Luke Rockhold out.
oh dear.
Oh, damn, son.
Like a stack of Polish pancakes.
Wait, what? Why? Why would you ruin this beautiful moment?
The Polish pancakes are round. You can't stack them.
Oh,
Boy, that was a bomb that he landed.
wow.
Let's take a look back at it. This fight replay is brought to you by Nemiroff, bold character since 1872.
Oh, that short right hand uppercut kind of
And this is
frozen.
the end of the first round.
Oh, yeah.
This is the bell, and when Luke Rockhold gets dropped,
Yeah, he didn't totally get back after that one, maybe.
but now let's take a look at
Oh,
Oh,
that left
my.
hook on the exit.
left hand to the chin on the break.
And he kind of made sure to get one extra one in there, even with Herb trying to get in there. Oh, that left
Boom.
hook.
He's out. And now he's dead.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Ooh.
oh, damn.
For Jan Blachowicz. One more time. Bang.
What's the revenge for? Has he beaten Jan Blachowicz before?
I don't know, just talking a bunch of shit to him, I guess. I mean, I haven't fought before, so they're different weight classes.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why I hold people. I hold you back.
Yeah, I like it. What a monumental result for Poland's Jan Blachowicz.
Dana, do you have extra blue jeans?
Loves martial arts, still feels the fire, and putting his Muay Thai background to good use tonight. The official decision brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile and never miss a knockout with their reliable network and unlimited data to wrap this one up. First Bucky.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 39 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout.
Man.
Oh.
I'm here with the lady, Jan Blachowicz. This was a huge, huge win for you. And how satisfying was it getting all the trash talk that you had to absorb leading up to this fight? I don't know if the trash talk was lucky on me. I do all for this. Let's take a look at that Polish power on the clinch. You caught him, on the break rep. You caught him with his perfect left hook on the button. When you went down, did you know it was over? I see this left hook all the time in my dreams. When I make my mentality training, I see this and I knew that it was gone. Now, there was a
And Jan's kind of winning me over, I gotta say.
where the bell rang as you
Oh,
were
that's a bad punch face right there.
How much of a factor do you think that was? It did drop him. Little bit, of course, because he was a little bit dizzy after the seat. This has got to be a big, big victory for you.
Oh.
How happy are you?
Oh, it's a bunch of spit flying out of Luke Rockhold's mouth.
Well, I hope so that's on the top, you know. There was rumor that if he won against me, he's going to have title shot. I win against him, so maybe. Who knows?
Well, that's not exactly the call out that gets you the title shot. He was going to probably call for one if he won, but I won, so who knows?
Dziękuję waszym kibicom za to, że przyjechali, wspierali. I thank you all the most. Thank you.
I'm married to the Polish woman, but respectfully, I have no idea what the envelope said. Probably something celebratory after a massive win for Bohovic. He was 0-2 in the U.S., 0-1 in Vegas. Turned that around in a big way tonight. Congrats to Jan. Well, the UFC star power.
Well, so now what the fuck are we gonna do with the light heavyweight? Is it that plan
Shut it
of,
down.
the plan of John Jones winning, calling out, or Luke Rockhold winning and calling out John Jones and jumping to the front of the line.
Yeah, he ain't jumping in the front of anywhere right
And
now.
Jan Blachowicz didn't exactly leap there with the post-fight remarks.
They were talking about Luke Rockhold cutting the line, so maybe I get to cut the line.
Who knows is what he said.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe if you girls are out later, we should hang out.
Is this next? Askren and
Yeah.
whew.
Told you it was a nonstop thrill ride to the end from here.
Griffin and the most exciting online three-fight show, Metro by T-Mobile Triple Couch, where they pair up fast unlimited data with fast unlimited predictions.
What's up, guys? Forrest Griffin here with Anthony Smith and Captain Gunn on the Purple Couch for some fight.
And Captain Gallon's got the purple Metro socks on too.
I'm gonna go with John Jones. I don't think that Thiago brings anything that John can't handle.
I'm going to give it to Amanda Nunes. She's constantly improving. She's on a very dominant streak right now, and I just see her taking it to Holly.
Now let's check here on Twitter and see what your main event predictions are. Brandon from Dallas has Jones knockout hands down.
Forrest Griffin appears to have lost a significant amount of weight, maybe?
One punch in the first 30 seconds. Justin Paul.
He's got the gray beard going. I kind of like that.
Can't wait to see whose predictions.
Looks, although not going to shave the neck at all. It seems.
Didn't know he was going to be on TV.
Well,
Probably.
I feel like
They probably just called him today. We're like, hey, we got the purple couch down
I think
here.
that's his gig now, right?
Maybe they're not paying him enough to shave his neck.
It's a savvy negotiating strategy.
Yeah.
It's like, look, you want me to shave my neck? Come with the big bucks. Now we're gonna sit through an ad for Dana White's Contender Series. Come on.
We're seeing more decisions. We're seeing guys have to work and show their more well-rounded skill sets. Whereas the first two seasons, I feel like there was some matchups where guys were getting big knockouts, getting big finishes, but much more competition this year on this season. All right, so the Contender Series resumes.
Dan Stubb on Twitter says about that Rockhold Blachowicz fight. Good reminder not to trash talk grown ass men.
I am too old for this.
This Tuesday, July 9th. All right, Joe Rogan, our welterweight rankings 1 through 5. New World Order as of March 2nd. They're all chasing Kamal Usman, but Masvidal and Askren are right there.
What a murderer's row. I mean, has this division ever been
Man.
stronger?
Seriously, look at what Jorge Masvidal's working with, beard and hair wise. Just fucking romance novel cover shit right there.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Ben Askren looks like he's wearing a bad wig in a Saturday Night Live sketch.
He does, Jesus. Speaking of people that aren't getting paid enough to shave their necks, like the person who does the cutouts
Yeah.
for the
Mm-hmm.
UFC fighter, I mean, they just ballparked it on Ben Askren's hair there. Look at this.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, but you can zoom in, man.
I remember the graphic designers working for the IFL. That was one of their least favorite things to do, was to do all those cutouts for fight cards and stuff, and especially like people with like big crazy hair and stuff. And they're just like, oh shit. Or like if somebody would come in there with like gelled up spiky hair for the photo shoot, and you're just like, God damn you. This is my whole afternoon. Or I remember one of them once, like we were coming back from lunch and she was in the elevator and she just heaved a sigh out of nowhere. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "No, I was thinking about how I gotta go in there and fix Rory Markham's acne scar." All right, I guess we have different jobs here.
time ago. There's not too many people that I genuinely dislike. He's one of them. He's a punk. Robbie didn't go to sleep. You see the replay, and you see that he has a thumbs up. I never seen somebody sleeping like that. I would say, let's do it again. I'm gonna f you up. But he's a weasel. He's a punk already. Before they even brought that up, he said, no, not a chance, not doing it. Considering the way it ended, would you be open to a rematch? Not really. You know, what's the point? Why? Why? Because you're not a f***ing man. You're a punk, and the bitch in you will be brought out. Right now, I got a plane ticket to London. Sale versus Masvidal. I think the winner of that's probably gonna be top 3, and that's who I'd like to fight.
Main event time here at London's O2 Arena.
Am I fighting him after this fight? No, because I'm fighting for the title. But I will break his face at some point.
Oh, he's out! He's out! What a finish for Jorge Masvidal! Jorge Masvidal gets a
All right, Chad. Who you got here?
here in London.
I kind of have no idea. I'm gonna take Jorge Masvidal though.
Really?
Yeah,
How do you see him getting it done?
I think a late knockout,
Okay.
3rd round
I
knockout.
think he gets taken down a
After
whole
he's
bunch.
lost at least 1 round.
Okay.
Like, none of that matters. I'm gonna wipe the floor with him. I'm gonna break his face, man.
Oh, he's a huge over there, and that's gonna be it. Jorge Masvidal.
I got to say, I don't like it. I don't like saying this, but I kind of see Ben Askren just Askrening him for 3 rounds and it being not a whole lot of fun to watch.
Well, I mean that is probably what might happen.
Okay, Ryan Busatil says that maybe we need to come up with a nickname for Jan Blachowicz. I vote for Jan Solo.
Yeah, very
Get it?
nice.
Like a Han Solo thing.
Not too bad.
Oh, also people are complaining they can barely hear Sir Nigel. You're gonna have to speak up.
All around the world, people complain about not being able to hear Sir Nigel.
That look better. Turn it up a little bit.
You know, I recently saw a survey of the congenitally deaf, and their number 1 complaint: cannot hear Sir Nigel.
That's so you're just reading surveys.
Yes, I was
We're-
reading Deaf Opinions Weekly.
Yeah, okay. That's a weekly publication.
Yes. You should
Just-
see the music review section. It's skeptical.
See, that's low hanging fruit even for you.
It's true. Each one is they deny that the album exists. They don't believe Taylor Swift. Phony? Question mark.
Well, I mean, I guess they do have to fill space in that weekly publication that's dedicated only to the opinions of
The
deaf people.
opinions of deaf people.
Not even any other kind of like no news reporting or anything, just the opinions.
Bruins rule. That was their hockey coverage.
He's gonna grab you and squeeze your head. He's gonna put that grip strength on you, and you're gonna get confused. He's gonna hit you with that funk, that weird wrestling, and you're not gonna know what to do. That's what makes him so interesting.
Yeah.
He's been able to do that to so many.
Put a case on your phone. Crying out loud.
Dangerously, the bad boy, rebel.
Absolutely. And it's a freak of nature when it comes to the grappling and the wrestling. And like we talked about, it's so unorthodox. The difference, it's Ben's funky style. It's what he
Ben
does.
Askren's refusal to get a tan, I'm pretty into. Like other
Yeah.
than just like whatever he's gonna accidentally get while he's wearing a t-shirt out walking around, you can tell. It's like a total wrestler guy move. Just be like, I want my torso to be kind of best. Like I want it to be clear to everybody that I have not given a single thought to what I look like with my shirt off. It's all about functional performance for me, and everything else can go fuck itself.
This guy has so much experience and so much technique.
I'll say this though.
And one of the
No matter what your wrestling experience is and all that kind of other stuff, I don't want to fight anybody who has fought cash fights in a boatyard, in a boat salvage yard. I just don't want to do it.
That'd be one of the first
That'd
questions
be
I would ask.
Masvidal?
Yeah. You've gotten some of those like Kimbo Slice type videos
Oh, God.
way back on the mean streets of Miami in the day. Yeah, when you come to me with a fight offer, I have a number of questions. That is on there.
Will we be able to see a boat from where we're fighting?
Well, or just like if you were trying to get me to fight somebody, and I ask, are there any videos out there of him fighting and winning in a boat salvage yard? Also, my other question, as I know you know, Chad, is he better than me?
Yeah.
I want to know that one.
Tell me honestly, is he better than me?
The correct answer is no. That's the guy I want to fight.
Yeah.
The guy who's not better than me. What kind of Askren is even less of a striker than Damian Maia? What kind of fucking character assassination shit is
Cheap
that?
shot.
That's a cheap. It's a goddamn cheap shot, is what that is. Who would dare? Who would dare take a shot at Damian Maia like that, Chad? Bruce Buffer's suit looks like. Remember when you plugged in a Nintendo game and like it just didn't work quite, like
Yeah.
the screen didn't quite come
Yeah.
up, and it was
You had
like
to
a
take it out and
weird.
blow on it and
Yeah.
put it back in.
That's what it looks like. Looks like the weird color pattern that shows up. Or like if your little brother walked by and accidentally kicked the Nintendo as you were playing, like the pattern that came up on the screen. That's what Bruce Buffer's suit looks like.
Yeah. I appreciate Ben Askren's complete lack of manscaping.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
No,
like, just
he's not going to shave the chest.
He wants
He's
it
not gonna
very
get a
clear to
tan.
you that like looks are a complete afterthought to him.
Looks like he might have shaved his neck. Maybe he saw Forrest Griffin earlier and decided to do.
He was like, you know what? That's a cautionary tale. That's what that is. Jorge Masvidal here looking like cornrow Jesus. Better have your A game on, Jason Herzog.
Yeah.
You can have any fuck ups like that, like Herb Dean pulled in that.
What if that became Ben Askren's thing? Is that he won every time by referee fuck up?
I mean, we've talked about how you need to have a thing. Whoa! No way! No way! Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
He knew he was just going to shoot right away, and he ran right out there and kneed that man in his fucking head.
Oh, my.
Holy fucking shit, Chad.
This is what I get for washing my hands.
Whoa! Then he's going to pull that shit. Chad, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Replay.
Replay the whole damn fight.
Indeed, I missed it.
Ben is waking up. He doesn't know what happened yet. He's trying to get back up. They're trying to keep him down. He's still out.
Let's take a look at it. This fight replay is brought to you by Nemron, bold character since 1872.
Here it is in real time.
Oh, God.
Oh!
And he still got over there and got the other two. Oh, look at that.
The first exchange.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
He was out immediately.
yeah.
Yeah.
God, he got fucked up by that.
And taunted.
At 2 seconds. I mean, that is, yeah, he's out cold.
Oh.
I mean, that is about as clean a flying knee as you will ever see. He anticipated Ben dropping down. Look at this. Ben drops down and goes into it as he's going for the.
I mean, can you imagine? Imagine you're back there in the locker room and we're talking about game plan, and Jorge's like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go out there and just flying knee this motherfucker right in his head. I'm just gonna sprint across the cage, flying knee him right in the head to start, and then we can go home. Like, are you? If you were his coach, are you like dope,
Yeah.
or are you like, you know what? Let's talk about yeah. Oh man.
And if you were trying to make a statement to earn a shot at Kamaru Usman, you cannot make a bigger statement than that as being returned in a piece of UFC history.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fireworks display. Ben is trying to sit up now, but I mean, he should be carefully watched here. That was an absolutely brutal knockout. Not just the knockout, but the subsequent hammers that he received after he was out cold. 2 big power shots to the face of a completely unconscious guy.
And everyone in this arena is still standing in awe of what they just saw. These fighter stats are
I feel like Masvidal's tendency to put his hands behind his back.
Yeah, I love it, especially because it's like him trying to like be non-threatening. Him trying to show you that he's not about to punch you in the face.
He did it against an undefeated fighter who had not lost in 20 pro fights. Listen.
Now knock out Dana.
If you want to become a true all-time MMA legend, you got a flying knee KO Dana White in his head. God, that was incredible. Oh,
He is not.
He does not look okay.
he's not gonna remember any of this.
He came back out of retirement to try to pursue his dream to be the best in the world, and that goes by the boards here tonight. Ben Askren in a major, major way. Jorge Masvidal, can you imagine what type of celebration is going on in Miami right now? The official decision.
Oh dear.
Is brought
Yeah,
to you
he's
by
still
Metro
fucked
by
up.
T-Mobile. Catch all the action
Jesus
with Metro
Christ.
by T-Mobile and never miss a knockout with their reliable network and unlimited data to wrap this one up. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Caitlin Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 5 seconds.
Did he wink at Herzog?
Yeah. No, we saw it. We saw it, Jorge.
That's my move, he said.
God almighty.
Well done, Bread Game.
At 5 seconds in, Jorge, it really wasn't 5 seconds. It was about a second and a half or 2 seconds. The other second is the referee getting to Ben and rescuing him.
You said it best. But I want to take this time on a personal. Thank God Almighty for this journey, man. It's been an amazing journey. 16 years I've been doing this at this level. I want to say hello to my daughter Ava, my son Macho Man, and Jade. I wasn't looking forward
My
to
son
this.
Macho Man?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Okay, now we got to go to his Wikipedia page and see if they know anything about that.
Macho Man.
I assume that's a nickname.
One hopes. He's legally named Macho Boy Masvidal.
I really wanted to beat his ass for 14 minutes and 30 seconds, but it didn't get to happen. Whatever. Now back to business. I don't want to say nothing about Ben, so don't ask me nothing because I got nothing nice to say. So my mother told me if you got nothing nice to say, don't say. So we're going to skip Ben questions.
Jorge, the opening move, was this something?
He has 2 daughters and a son with his ex-girlfriend. His son is 2 years old, but we're not no information about his son's name.
I thought we weren't answering Ben questions.
Yeah, he made that pretty clear.
That is as perfect a flying knee as has ever been executed on planet Earth.
Well,
You know, I had to show him that there's consequences sometimes. There's some bad motherfuckers out there, you don't want to wake them up. Should have kept your mouth shut. I probably would have beat you up in the second round, you know, but I'm so happy though. I just want to thank God again for this journey. I'm coming for that belt. I don't know who's fighting next for it or whatnot, but you guys know who deserves that belt. That's 16 years of hard work. You guys know who deserves that belt, man. I'm here to fight. I'm not the best at cutting promos or the IG shit, but I can fight, man. Congratulations, sir. You guys are welcome for ending that dude.
for ending that,
Oh,
dude.
man, can he fight? A fighter's fighter, a lifetime in the game. You gotta feel good for Jorge
You
Masvidal.
guys are
Well done.
welcome
Take
for
another look.
ending that dude.
Please have a moment, courtesy of the board game.
Wow.
Here we go. Look at this. I mean, he's
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's a bad shot.
Just that
dude.
tremendous force. And then he's still going to get 2 extra punches in.
I mean, Ben Askren, best wrestler in the welterweight division, right?
Yeah.
That's how he starts his shot. He walks forward and curls his chin to his chest.
Oh.
Well, there's the
Oh,
one.
my goodness.
There's the one loss.
And
You know, Donald Cerrone's got himself a big beer in a plastic cup.
He's on brand. He knows what they like to
I
see.
sincerely hope
Oh,
that,
so does Wiz Khalifa.
yeah, that nobody in the T-Mobile Arena is going to let Donald Cerrone buy his own beer.
You'd hope not. Well, that was surprising.
Mm-hmm.
The result of that fight was surprising.
You didn't have it, Jorge Masvidal, be an instant flying KO, flying knee knockout?
No. I said the opposite, right? Late knockout. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's what we need.
Looking for a fight.
Stop this premium.
But I did it.
All right, come on. Go. 1, 2, 3.
I don't understand the but part there. You're an asshole, but I did it.
Start looking underwater. The water is crazy blue, and you can see the shadows.
Go back in, everybody.
So when I saw the boss man go in, I got my back.
I found my captain. Yes, sir. I found my captain. There it is, first.
So this
Is one of the problems with Dana White looking for a fight that Dana White and Matt Serra, all right, look identical at this point. Look at them.
no. Oh, especially when they're in wetsuits, we can only see their bald heads bobbing up in the water. Sure. Yeah, how about spare a thought for the cameraman who had to go down there and actually get those shots?
Like when you see in the movie Jaws, how the sharks come straight up.
And I said, Aquaman, I'm out of here.
So this is the kind of content that fight fans really want, huh?
Fat
So
bald guys
Dana White,
swearing
in looking for a fight, went to go swim with sharks.
Yeah, one of those sharks is fighting at UFC 241.
Hope it's fighting Greg Hardy.
Well, everyone is tuning in to UFC 239 here now. Live inside Dave & Buster's in Las Vegas. World traveler, UFC flyweight champion Valentina Shevchenko enjoying the fights. Perhaps a few Modelos with fans.
Whoa, whoa.
Think that's sped up?
Oh,
Is that
yeah,
sped up?
it's definitely sped up.
Man, she's always straight. Just loves martial arts. All right, so here's a look at the top 5 in the women's bantamweight division, Joe. We could see some serious movement in the next week to 10 days. Title fight tonight. And then, of course, you got Aspen Ladd and Jermaine Durand in the main event next
Man,
weekend. All eyes on
I feel like I'm kind of catching my breath here.
Yeah, how do you have more fights after that?
You got a woman who has an insane amount of experience both in boxing, kickboxing, and in MMA. And stylistically, she presents the most.
My favorite thing about Holly Holm is she always looks miserable. As though her dad has made her fight.
Preacher's daughter.
That's true. Her dad is Larry Holmes. No?
No.
John
Mm-mm.
Holmes?
No. No.
Sherlock Holmes.
A lot of questions. We will get some answers here shortly. These fighter odds brought to you by Poker Stars.
Okay. Make another prediction for this one.
Holly Holm by decision.
Really?
No, not really.
Hot?
I'm hot now, though, after my Masvidal pick, right?
Not,
Hot. Rolling.
you get the right guy, I guess.
That's all that matters.
Amanda Nunes dislocates Holly Holm's shoulder.
Wow. Okay, that's specific. Amanda Nunes via technical knockout when Holly Holm refuses to enter the cage,
Yeah.
refuses to leave the locker room.
At the very beginning.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Holly Holm walkout before?
So this time she has had an epiphany in the locker room and decided that this is not for her. She wants to do something else with her life.
I mean, with all the way she paces around, you just open the door. Just open the door, and she's going to bounce
Not
out
this
of
time.
it at some point.
Not after the epiphany. No, I say Nunes by decision. Also pretty dope. I love seeing the smile on Conan Silvera's face while he's carrying Amanda Nunes and her two belts on his shoulders.
I know I'm capable. I know I can do this.
Bitch, Kohei, come on.
Do you think Ben Askren's going to end up in one of those situations where, like, he wakes up tomorrow morning and he's like, all right, fight day. Here we go. I'm ready to do this. Pretty excited. Got a little bit of a headache, but I'm sure it'll clear up by fight time. And somebody has to be like, sit down. We have to talk.
I just hope he doesn't have to get reconstructed surgery and have a more normal-looking face.
See, that's just...
Kicking him when he's down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I point out that Ben Askren looks like the Jack of Diamonds, am I the asshole?
The Jack of Diamonds. Oh.
Chris Davis on Twitter. The shit talk to knock the fuck out ratio between these last two fights is unprecedented.
I was thinking the other day about how much cooler Led Zeppelin might sound if you didn't just associate it with, like,
your dad,
you know, just ambient classic rock.
Mm-hmm. If you've never heard it before, it would be amazing.
Yeah, you're like, holy shit, what is this music? I need to reorganize my entire life around this.
See? Not going to make it to the cage. Come on.
But right now, though, what she's really thinking about.
She's going to run out there and stop and then run back?
Is the epiphany she had about what she should really be doing is working with refugees.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's her true calling.
And a lot of people forget that she got a late start in MMA, didn't really focus on it full time until 2013. Never even grappled until she was 29 years of age as Holly Holm hits the...
What I really want to know is, say Jorge Masvidal's flying knee didn't work. Was the plan to, like, start every round that way, just in case maybe you get him?
Well, I mean, when he did it, I mean, I don't know if you scout that kind of thing, but, like, it seemed like when Ben Askren saw him coming, he just ducked more into the takedown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like, maybe
I think that is probably that. Like, I think it's honestly like an astute assessment of the guy's tendencies, because I think you tell yourself, like, all right, wrestler guys see somebody coming at him. What's he gonna like? He has to make a decision now. There's no time to think about it. What's the first thing he thinks about doing?
Shoot.
Yeah. Drop your head, change levels. He that guy doesn't have it in him to just like be like, you know what I should do is circle off the line here.
Yeah.
I think she just took those fights at 45 for the opportunity because she's a real bantamweight.
Anybody need anything?
I'm all right.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any soda pop up there for you.
No, I'm all right.
Perhaps a penny whistle to go with your soda? What about one of those wax bottles where you bite it open and there's syrup inside?
I remember those from childhood. Those are gross.
Bottle caps? Is that what they're called?
Maybe, yeah.
That's a separate candy. kind of like his shirt. Is it a bear?
It's a lioness, goddammit.
Oh.
Do you like it less now that you actually know what it is?
I mean, I would need to see it standing still.
Is it a dog? I heard it was a lioness, but I didn't see it.
You don't believe it?
Are those its paws there in the front?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's coming at you.
It's very nice that Amanda let her girlfriend draw her t-shirt.
Well, you know, have I told you my theory on what's wrong with 95% of fighter shirts?
Do tell.
I just think in general, people don't want to wear a shirt that has the name of another person as its main thing. Like, I don't think you just, like, even if you're, like, into that person, like, if the whole thing like, really revolves around just, like, that person's name as, like, the main text on the shirt, I don't think people want to wear that.
Except for Ed Hardy
Okay.
and Dr. Stephen Big Dog of Big Dogs.
See, that's his nickname, though.
That's true.
I mean, I think that like the only time that is not true is when like the name of the person is like the brand, like Calvin Klein or something. Because then it's like I want you to see the name because I want you to know how much I spent on this T-shirt, kind of thing. But like as a thing of like I'm a fan of this person, like it's why I think like the Cubby Sampson kind of logo, like you need a logo that is a stand-in for the name. This would be part of the service that I provide. Remember the thing where fighters can Venmo me $20 and I'll tell them if something is a bad idea or not?
Yeah.
This will be part of the service. Like I won't have any like productive design feedback, but I'll just tell you what I don't think you should do.
She has said she would like after this fight if she wins to move back up and defend the UFC Women's Featherweight title. We've got a big fight in that division.
Obviously, Cyborg rematch, right? That's what's
Well, unless the UFC lets Cyborg get away.
With that backdrop, this still the tape is brought to you by Modelo. Room for those with a fighting spirit. Amanda Nunes, 31. Holly Holm is 37. Both women 5'8" tall.
Yeah, Holly Holm is 37. Holly Holm is 2 years younger than me, but I feel like one of us has been keeping in better shape as the years go on.
Yeah. I don't even think I could successfully perform Holly Holm's walkout.
Could she do the farmer's carry, though? Like you do?
Maybe. Well, have you ever seen her fucking Instagram?
No, I have not.
Let's just say she does some CrossFit.
Is she doing some heavy snatches?
She does some shit that doesn't look like it should be humanly possible.
Okay. What's her box jump situation?
I saw her one time turn all the way over hanging from a pair of gymnastics rings.
Oh, dear.
So that
Like,
her arms were behind her and she was hanging.
That sounds like some shit they do to torture people. That doesn't sound like anything anybody should do on purpose.
It seems to work for Holly Holm.
Okay, we're still right there. Move this a little closer so our mic is a little closer. I'd hate to think that some of our insights aren't being picked up here. There's the pacing, though.
Mm-hmm. She looks unhappy in this moment.
She always, though, she, like, you know, they talk about people having resting bitch face. Holly Holm has resting nervous face.
That's
like, even
true.
if she's, like, feeling neutral, she will look like she's nervous. Okay. You do Mark Goddard on this one. Feel good about that.
Exactly what I expect. Totty bints and plenty of them.
So, in your version of Mark Goddard, just in case people couldn't hear Sir Nigel's impression there, he's like a London street thug.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
He fixes cricket matches.
Okay. Okay, like a small-time British gangster.
But when he's relaxing, he wants 30 bints and plenty of them.
Are bints punches?
Oh no, a bint is a, well, it's a tot, really, a harlot.
Okay, now I'm more confused than ever. Well, our concerns that Amanda Nunes was going to go charging after Holly Holmes and get herself in trouble early on doesn't seem like that's her strategy.
At least not through 40 seconds.
That's right.
Staying right on the line now. Going straight back when she goes.
Such a very dangerous kick to go for if you don't throw anything in front of it and get them to think about it. You just go inside, go. So available for that counter.
The footwork and the movement of Holly is one of the reasons why I think this fight is interesting.
That's how you know somebody trains with John Jones. He's going to go out there and try to stomp your knee.
See that front leg sliding side kick?
That's where she shines. She shines in those firefights. Nice inside leg kick there.
A lot of feints out of Amanda Nunes here early. Holly Holm counters.
Oh, head kick by Nunes.
Yeah, it still looked like it hurt though, Joe.
Yeah.
But I think when Holly stung her with that right hand, a little bit of a wake-up call. You have to remember, Holly began her career as a boxer.
Right, her kick-heavy attack in MMA sometimes makes you think otherwise, but absolutely.
She's also the type of fighter that rises to the challenge. We saw that, of course, in the Ronda Rousey fight. A fight where a lot of people like this one are counting her out.
And even in the Cyborg fight, really rallied late, despite being on the wrong end of a decision against Chris that night.
Well, in my opinion, the Jermaine Durandamy fight should have gone to Holly Holm, which would have led her to be a two-division champ.
That's right.
She got hit late twice.
Yeah, remember that Jermaine Durandamy fight? Couple late punches after the horn there.
Oh, right.
Some major Dindasa for Jermaine Durandamy. Oh.
Just about 2 minutes here to go in round one of a possible fight. As such as that lead leg of Holly Holm, right behind Holm here in Vegas, not far from Albuquerque Holm. Just having fun, cracking smiles.
See, now all I need for Holly Holm to do is do that John Jones shoulder wrench
It
thing.
looked like she was thinking about it when
Yeah.
they were in that clinch.
Oh, and poke Amanda Nunes in the eye.
Oh, right. Oh, she got tagged there though.
Inside of that gate and those big powerful punches. She stays on you. She doesn't ever back. She's always sleeping.
Also, do we have to weigh the psychological impact a Holly Holm loss could have on John Jones backstage? That's his pal. They're bros, you know that.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know John Jones?
Oh, shit! Oh,
my
yeah.
God. That is
See?
the counter
Oh.
for the front leg side kick.
Head kick by Amanda Nunes. Finishes the job with the punches. GOAT, Chad.
Yep.
He is unquestionably the best. Unquestionably. Any doubts with the move tonight?
The most respect between these two women, too. A lot of people wondered aloud if somehow Holly Holm could extend it. Look at Amanda Nunes, though.
There's the dance.
How do you feel about the dance?
Let's take a look
I like that dance.
Okay.
It's a little exuberance. Exuberant dance.
Oh,
Oh, my.
foot right upside her face. Oh,
God, you can't leave your leg up there.
oh,
This is
Then
tip
just-
for all you taekwondo tournament kids out
oh,
there.
oh,
You can't leave your leg up when you go for the front leg side kick.
oh. How you feel about that stoppage, Chad?
Well, she did get kicked right in the damn face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
And then she got socked 2 more times.
let's see. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's a good stoppage.
Can't quite pass the what the fuck test there. Tried to get up and Margadara to save her.
And there's the celebration. Conan Silvera, Cattell Krubis, Nina Antrop.
look at that. Just,
Vegas
Yeah, you
security
can't leave
trying
that
in
thing
vain.
dangling out there.
just I'm
Oh.
gonna hop on one leg and put my arm down.
Facing the southpaw. Amanda Nunes set that up, chambered that knee up. She didn't telegraph it. Fast and accurate. Beautiful job. What a knockout. Wow, tonight, he's getting epic here, John. How about the competition for the bonus money tonight? Yeah, that's a tough one. I would not want to be Dana White or Sean Shelby or Mick Maynard. I guess you would, because might be a 4.
Now I'm going to go ahead and not be Dana White. Thank you.
All the pressure, though, was on Amanda Nunes tonight, and once again, she rises above it, and then some. The official decision is brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile and never miss a knockout with their reliable network and unlimited data to make this one official. Here's Bruce Bumper.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 10 seconds of the very first round.
Did not see a first round stoppage coming there.
No.
Wait, she doesn't get one of the new belts?
Oh,
Oh, she
here
get
it
one
is.
of each?
Congrats, baby.
Did he call her baby?
Yeah, he can't help himself.
Here's the winner and still champion, Amanda Nunes. Amanda, that was a stunning and spectacular knockout. And not only did you retain your title tonight, but you erased any doubt as to whether or not you are the greatest female fighter of all time. How does this feel?
Amazing. A lot of people say whatever happens, Vegas, stay Vegas. But these guys go home with me.
Let's take a look at the KO. Is this something that you set up because you saw her lifting that right leg up? Because you timed it perfectly.
I did it right. I walked in, my warm-up.
Oh.
I'm gonna get her.
Damn. Oh, that follow up right hand too. I mean, yeah, if Goddard didn't get in there, she was just gonna keep putting it on her.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Yeah. Now Amanda Nunes has beaten up everybody who has ever held a UFC women's bantamweight title.
Yeah.
Do you want her to Jason?
Bantamweight title.
Is that? Oh, bantamweight.
I just want to say thank you to my coach, Mona, head coach, my girlfriend, Nina Cattell. Lamont, this guy helped me for easy for my other games. I want to say, both games,
Well, business has picked up here at UFC 239.
E aí, daqui a pouco eu tô te ligando. Beijo pra minhas irmãs, pra todo mundo aí, galera, que tá assistindo no Brasil, viu? Guys, this week was a special week for me. I got 3 awards, and I want to say thank you to the fans for voting for me. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations. It was an honor to watch you perform tonight.
she called it a stop. She wanted the head kick knockout, and she gets it tonight. Over Holly Holm, these fighter stats brought to you by Poker Star, pound for pound, the greatest online poker experience in the world. Take on the best of them to win millions of prizes every day on Poker Stars. And now Amanda Nunes moves into a tie with Jessica Andrade, the strawweight champion, for the most wins by a women's fighter in UFC history.
Jessica Andrade has the most wins. Is tied with Amanda Nunes. That's weird.
Okay. Guess she's been busy.
I guess so.
Very active.
Conan Silvea just overshot.
Yeah. There he is again, carrying around with it on his shoulders, their belts.
Does this make you nervous if you're John Jones? All these knockouts? All these one-punch knockouts?
You can't knock out this guy?
John Jones doesn't know or care whatever happens to any other person.
Other than that, what do you see on the horizon? It's not like the 170-pound division with men with just stacked with murderers. This is not the case. This is a woman at the top where she's cleaned out the division. Yeah. Maybe you can get Shevchenko to step back up. They had incredible fights. Right.
Kevin Vieta, of course, should be injected into this conversation as well. Undefeated fighter who a lot of people felt like was worthy of getting this title shot that went to Holly Holm. Tonight, UFC 239, Jones versus Santos.
See John Jones back there seeing Holly Holm get kicked in the face. Do you think they let him watch it? Think they
Probably watched it.
I mean, you'd want him in deep into his warm-up at this point, right?
I guess maybe that's right.
What's up, everybody? How are you? Thanks for coming out today. Thank you for being a part of International Fight Week. First question.
We'll start with Israel. Now this matchup is official.
Why are we just ruining all the momentum here?
Maybe we need a little bit of time.
It's a pay-per-view.
Well, maybe we need to get some stuff ready there in the arena.
Come on.
What is Israel Adesanya wearing?
T-shirt tucked into his jean shorts.
It's like he's got his jean shorts rolled up at the bottom.
Can you not tell by now that this guy has a style all his own?
I get he's the style bender.
Okay. The last style bender. No one else will bend a style like this ever again. Possibly for good reason.
Dustin, nobody's found a way to beat this boxer. What do you think it takes to beat Khabib Nurmagomedov?
It takes pressure. It takes confidence. It takes years of sacrifice, and I've got all those things. I'm gonna make something special happen September 7th in Abu Dhabi. I'm gonna shock the world. You guys remember this Timo Bahana last time? What I did here? Nothing changed. I'm gonna do this in Abu Dhabi too. Defend my title, but without jumping. I understand that it's gonna be better, but I just when I think about the fight and the little bit of time that we fought before, I just don't think he's good enough to beat me. I mean, I just don't. Whether it's 25 minutes or 2 rounds.
The size difference between Stipe and Daniel Cormier is pretty noticeable. Tracy Dickinson points out, for the what the fuck test, I feel like Holly got as far as what? And then was like, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, that's accurate. She was trying to get up there and show, and then Mark Goddard had to stop her from falling back down.
Yeah, see, Max Holloway's out there with the shoes that match the hoodie and his white jeans and his exuberance. Hard not to like that guy.
White jeans, huh?
If you're Max Holloway.
How many pairs of white jeans?
I'm not wearing white jeans out here. It's not my look, Max Holloway.
See, I was going through this when I was shopping for new clothes. Bought a new suit to go to Sir Nigel's wedding next weekend. And when I was
you found out when it's going to be and you need to be there?
I still don't know when I need to be there. I know what the day is.
Saturday.
Yes, yeah.
Saturday.
When you're looking at like, shirt tie combos and stuff online, and I'm trying to realize like, okay, does this actually look good? Or does this look good because it's on a professional model? And then you have to take into account like with my just kind of normally pale complexion, not everything, just because Idris Elba can make it work, Chad, it doesn't mean I can make it work. Not everything works on me.
Yeah, no, that's true. And that's what I'm saying about the white jeans. Like, I'm not wearing the white jeans.
But you think Max Holloway can pull off the white jeans?
Yeah.
I feel like white jeans is one of those things that has an age limit on it more than anything else.
Maybe that's right.
Like over 30? Nope. Don't do the white jeans.
Holly Ho wearing white jeans right now.
Well, okay.
And a paper smock.
Oh, come on. Just full of cheap shots tonight, aren't you?
It's true.
Oh, great. Good. 9 straight weekends.
Well, I'm going to miss this one live on account of Sir Nigel's wedding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess I probably am too.
You guys are going to miss Durandamy versus Ladd.
I mean, I like watching Aspen Ladd fight, but it's weird to me. Like, it's hard for me to even picture Aspen Ladd and Jermaine Durandamy being in the same weight class. Seems like there's a big size difference between them, doesn't it? What are we doing now? With The Rock out here? Come on. Chad, what the fuck, man?
The only thing more daunting than fighting him is teaming up with him instead.
What?
No way. This guy's a real
Hobbs, for sure. You're in a war. He's got one.
Oh, speaking of Idris Elba, there he is.
Right there.
Fast and Furious presents.
That's right. It's a bona fide.
It's a spin-off.
It's a force of nature. That's what it is.
Of course, this is how we always close it out, and it has been one spectacular finish after the next here on pay-per-view tonight. And with that, now live from T-Mobile Arena, it is time for the main event for UFC 2.
Would you rather see Colby Covington or George Masvidal get the title shot? Next title shot.
Masvidal.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
After that, come on. Also, the quotes came through. The UFC sent the quotes on this one. This is from Masvidal. I really wanted to beat him up for 14 minutes and 30 seconds before ending him, but it didn't happen. Now it's back to business. I have nothing nice to say about him. He was talking wild, and I had to show him there are consequences. You're welcome for ending that dude. I'm coming for that belt. You know who deserves that belt. I deserve that next title shot. After this performance, I don't want to say anything. I'll let the fans do the talking. They pay guys to fight. If you want to see a fighter, not someone on social media talking about fighting, that's me. He talks on Twitter and then put his crotch on people's face without throwing punches. See, he told us earlier that he wasn't going to say anything about Ben Askren because he had nothing nice to say, and then he's going to go ahead and say something about him anyway.
Yeah, I don't want
see how that works.
I don't want to be disrespectful,
but I mean, maybe saying if you have the most title defenses,
I guess.
Also, we're just going to keep showing that head kick no contest of Daniel Cormier.
Yeah.
He is a real new breed. Cannot underestimate the power that this man has in every single thing that he throws.
Really feel like this next chapter will be where I get to prove how great I can possibly be. These guys are.
Oh man, worth showing highlights of Thiago Santos back before he had the hammer tattooed on his chest.
Oh, big shot from Santos as Jakobsen. Like this. Santos is a wild card. He's swinging every shot. He's trying to do it for lights out. Oh, that's it. Down. Jimmy Mayweather. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, Paper Boy. Remember him?
Vaguely, now that you mention it.
It really dates your highlights to get a huge chest tattoo, like midway through your UFC career.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, what's your prediction for this one?
John Jones.
Oh, really? You think John Jones probably gonna win?
Mm-hmm.
You care to get more specific?
Second round submission.
Okay. Name the submission.
Rear naked choke.
All right. I say John Jones third round guillotine. Standing guillotine.
Standing guillotine.
Yep. Sir Nigel?
Santos in the first.
Okay.
Shocking us all. He jacks John Jones in the mouth and then kicks him in the dome.
Okay. First is gonna dog him in the mouth, then kick him in the dome.
Kick him in the dome. Dog to the mouth, kick to the dome.
Okay. You heard it here.
Did you do Dos Santos fight on this card? Is he on the prelims?
No, it was last weekend.
Last weekend.
Okay.
Got knocked out.
It did not go well for him.
Because if Thiago Santos and Junior Dos Santos fight on the same card, it incurs the Santos clause.
What's that?
The Santos clause is whoever defeats one of these men will himself become Brazilian by next Christmas.
Okay. But that's only if they fight on the same card.
Indeed, yes. In this case, the Santos clause has been avoided.
Okay. That's good to know. Really good to know.
I was thinking about getting a giant hammer tattooed on my chest.
Yeah, you felt like a giant hammer is what your chest is missing?
Well, mostly I want to cover up the sword that looks like a dick.
You know, that would actually be a pretty good cover up because like the handle of the hammer pretty much fits in line with it. It's interesting though, no one ever thinks about getting the hammer tattooed like if the hammer was being held the other way. I don't ever think about that.
Like handle up top?
Yeah. Then it would just look weird.
Yeah,
Looks
that'd
more like a dick.
that'd look way more dickish.
Does he have like a word on it? Does it say Maheta on there? Because that's weird
It appears to, yeah.
to say hammer on your hammer.
Well, that's how my 4-year-old would draw it.
Okay.
He would draw it and then he would write,
He would label it hammer.
well, he wouldn't be able to spell hammer, but
We're calling it a goofy elbow rule now, huh?
still a rule. Still a rule.
Here we go.
Do you think he's going to do that thing where he spins around and almost hits everyone with his huge long arms?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, back up, cameraman.
I'm gonna get you.
I like all the Jackson Winklejohn coaches all just standing there being like, yeah, he does this every
Yep.
time.
We can't get used to it either.
We just stand here and stare at our feet.
One thing about the John Jones walkout, he always does legitimately seem like he's enjoying himself more than everybody else. Maybe because he knows he's going to win every single time. Maybe that makes it a little easier to just have fun out there. Look at Gareth A. Davies up there clapping in the front row. Gareth. Vest.
He's only 31. That's really one of the more incredible things about John. We realize he's the youngest ever UFC champion. He's been completely dominant through his entire career. Faced the cream of the crop. Avoided no one. Dominated everyone. And we're looking at a really, really exceptional talent. One of the most unique talents, I think, in the history of the sport. Let me say it again. The most unique talent in the history of the sport. No one's ever been able to dominate like that. Even Mighty Mouse had some hiccups early in his career, had some tough fights, had some fights where he barely won. Not John Jones. Not John Jones.
So Mighty Mouse is fighting at the weight class above the one that he dominated because it didn't exist in the UFC, but all right. Cat Pope points out a lot of lion-based imagery for the two champions in this card. It's true. I remember in college being a philosophy minor and at one point reading an essay called "The Mess Animals Make of Philosophy," where was everybody talking about like all their animal examples. You could write a really similar one just about lions and MMA fighters. They love lion imagery and to imagine themselves as lions, and everybody else is a different kind of animal that might not even share the same ecosystem.
The lion does not concern himself with the opinions of sheep.
Yeah. First of all, how do we know? How do we know what the lion concerns himself with?
Sales. That's what the lion.
The lion is very sales oriented.
Sales.
Thinking about his commission, points on the back end. Ryan Busatil says, if Thiago Santos wins, I will name my next child Thiago, regardless of gender.
Oh, wow.
We're holding you to that.
Okay.
Momentary pause in the stream briefly caused Chad Dundas to give up on all technology
Shut
itself.
It down.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the excitement?
Starting to feel a little tired.
Well, it is 10 p.m.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm up after my bedtime.
Mm-hmm.
No, still not used to that suit jacket.
Yeah.
It's been all night, but it's still. What is that? What's that made out of?
Seizures. Herb Dean, consummate professional in there. Bruce Buffer just doing his regular guy, announcer guy voice while saying unlimited data.
Data.
It's like when Mike Goldberg had to do the only announcer guy voice he knows to do the FBI warning. Punisher will weigh up to 5 years in prison and a fine of $250,000, as if it was like prize money.
For the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a striker holding a professional record.
You know, I saw some quote recently, though, where John Jones was referring to his partner again as his fiance, which she's been his fiance for as long as I've even known that John Jones was a thing.
Time to make it happen.
Or stop.
Yeah.
Like, just say it's your girlfriend or your partner, whatever. But like, you don't get to be engaged for 10 years and still keep acting like it's just any day now.
Yeah. Time to make it happen.
Or like, admit that you, for whatever reason, you're never going to make it.
Thiago Santos has one arm tattooed as though it's armor.
Okay.
Like he's wearing a suit of armor.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Ben, what's the name of the thing that Gladiator wears on his forward arm?
I don't know.
In Rome. You know what I'm talking about? It's like just the
it's some kind of armor thing. Yeah.
Is it a pauldron?
Sure. That could also just be like a series of sounds that you just made up. I don't know. You get Patrick Wyman in here, he'll know.
We've been over rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Keep it clean.
Let's keep it clean, John. Let's keep it clean, big guy.
You think John will keep it clean?
I think he's gonna come out like this.
John Jones, putting his all-time great status on the line every time he competes. His challenger tonight.
Oh, what the hell, man? The fight's about to start. Get up.
John Jones just blew his knee out and just can't have the fight.
Okay, Thiago, we promise you, go charge it in there and get your face all beat up. We kind of promised everybody. Uh-oh. I'm changing my pick. Thiago Santos via leg kick TKO.
Oh, you're trying to oblique kick.
Mm-hmm.
Brought that up with us on Thursday. He was watched too. He says a lot of people have tried to take out my skinny legs. None have been able to do so yet. That was a nasty leg kick by John. Good job coming back with his own. Back to Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, starring Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham in theaters August 2nd. Another nice inside leg kick from the head. About 90 seconds into this one. Interesting so far.
90 seconds in. I say if the round ended now, Thiago Santos wins it. 10-9 Thiago Santos. Was the old boy from Paul Felder there when Thiago Santos was throwing spinning stuff? Like, what are you doing? Was it that kind of an old boy?
Maybe.
Like a don't do that. Leg kick TKO, Thiago Santos. deadly painful.
So painful you might die.
So painful you wish you were dead.
I've actually seen a person die from the pain of a low kick before.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's not pretty.
Was it on the regional scene?
It's
or?
a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Like you said, John not even showing it on his face, but the little teeny steps, all it takes a little hobble for your opponent to see, switching stances.
Even if he doesn't see it.
John Jones was his mouthpiece?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's got to be good for the old confidence of your Diego Santos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I kicked the shit out of his legs and I knocked his mouthpiece out in round 1. Like, if you go back in time to Diego Santos and you tell him, like, hey, in round 1, you knock out John Jones' mouthpiece, he's going, oh, shit. That's better than I expected.
And you're in a weird stance. You're not in an effective stance to fire back. Have to adjust. See, that is where everything is dangerous with Thiago. In these exchanges, that's where you can turn the lights out. And he knows it.
Jed, less than a minute to go in the first round. Thiago Santos is winning this round.
It seems so, yeah.
A lot of people at press row right now trying to just mentally prepare themselves to type 10-9 Santos, which they were not ready to do coming into this.
Anthony Smith fought a very good first round. He fought it very technically. Thiago's fighting it technically, but when the exchanges come, he's throwing bombs.
No, let's not get carried away.
Yes.
Not what I expected this first round to look like. 10-9 Thiago Santos.
Yeah.
And let's get some good breathing in. Some water for you. Okay. That was an excellent round.
What's it though?
Getting a good pace, putting things together well. I just need you to cut him off a little more instead of just kind of follow him, you know what I mean? And he's gonna stay calm. I wouldn't mind seeing you get to the hips a few times on some nice takedowns there when you're ready. Of course, it's in the long range kicks, John Jones. When you back him up, there are no calf kicks. Right? If you back him up, there are no calf kicks. Just said it. Here's one. That one caught him with just the instep, but you see the impact. It's just a horrible place to get hit. There's another one. Solid kick.
Oh,
And there's another one behind the leg.
he doesn't like that. John Jones is not like that.
So an encouraging start for the plus 375 underdog, Thiago Santos. See if we can keep it going here in round 2.
Again, John resumes the orthodox stance, which should indicate that he's having some problems with those kicks.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
He may have recovered. Sometimes it's just initial pain.
He's still broken, you're right.
Seems okay.
Now that would be so disappointing, wouldn't it?
Yes.
You wonder if Jones might be thinking about grappling here early round 2.
Yeah, maybe a takedown would be just what the doctor ordered here for John Jones. Back him up against the fence, shoot in.
It looks like Santos may have hurt his left leg when he threw that kick. We're looking at the replay. It looked like he did not rotate on the ball of his foot. He might have tweaked his knee.
Dr. Joe Rogan's at it again.
Yeah, John. I mean, want to save yourself some money? Just send Dr. Joe Rogan a video of what happened to you.
Well, he has certainly earned Jones's respect early on in this one.
He certainly has. I mean, Jones is very aware that as he closes the distance, Thiago's going to take his head off. And he's hit him enough times that Jones respects that power.
Memorable character since 1872.
Oh, it was hard to head kick there.
Jones all over it, raises that right hand.
This is an interesting game they're playing here. He did that again. Yeah. It seems like his knee is tweaked. There's something going on with his left knee.
John Jones is not getting off a ton of offense here.
Oh, nice jab.
It was a nice jab because it didn't connect.
Jones finding more of his distance here. Yep.
Ooh.
Nice body kick from Santos. Jones backs up to avoid further damage. Oh, yeah. Santos, maybe a one-legged fighter here. Jones looks to know.
He fell down there as he was getting kicked. He's having a hard time moving on that left leg. He might be severely compromised. It's hard to tell.
Man, it would be kind of a talk about an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
To go in there and win the first round against John Jones and then maybe hurt your knee or some part of your leg in the early part of the second.
You're not getting another shot.
No.
Nobody's going to be like, well, Thiago Santos hurt his knee, so we got to run this back. Oh, that's a good body shot.
And also, like, you know, at least if it were a 3-round fight, you could be like, well, I won 1 round.
Yeah.
All I got to do is win 1 more, survive.
He can move. He's moving right. It's just, he's got to be careful with it.
Uh-oh.
No, he's a fighter right now. This is what we talked about. This is what makes him excited.
John Jones seems to be doing an awful lot of waiting here. Just going to spring the trap. What would you think?
Maybe trying to get him tired.
Doesn't look like he's out of his element. Looks like he's setting things up and he expects to win. Like we've seen him in all of his fights.
Well, that is the rub with Thiago Santos.
Yes.
Under a minute here to go. We've seen a couple left kicks thrown from Santos since that latest knee buckle. Significant strikes round by round. Advantage Santos in round 1, evenly matched here, at least unofficially in round 2. One more takedown attention, John. Since that one, right?
Ooh.
Didn't quite get what you might call John Jones' height out of that.
A lot of people don't give enough credence to the like spinning back kick to the shoulder. That's an old technique.
Yeah.
The Shaolin monks used to teach that one.
You did it better than the first one. Keep on, we're in the game. Very good job. Everything you see is everything you planned for. The one should not stop your front. Front circling. Believe in your combinations.
And there you can see that tweaking of the knee again.
Yeah, that didn't look good.
He threw the kick and buckled. See his knee, you can see it pop out. Yeah, I mean, he might have a torn ACL.
Wow.
ACL again.
After Joe Rogan just
It's entirely possible that he has a torn ACL here. The way that knee gave out like that's often indicative of a torn ligament. But no one knows other than him. And he's not waiting on it. If you see, he's leaning on his right leg.
Round so well. That's
Yeah.
a tear, but that did not look good in that slow-mo version of that. I saw something moved.
Yeah, something moved, but you know, it doesn't necessarily mean there's a tear. But he definitely looks.
Yeah, he's out there with a torn ACL. He looks pretty good.
Very spry.
That to this point, Mahead has been able to fight through it. Might have even won that second round.
Very well could have won that round.
Cat Pope knows that Joe Rogan is better than an MRI machine. You save yourself a bunch of money too.
Yeah. I'm not sure that my insurance covers a Joe Rogan consultation.
He's considered out of network. Yeah.
He's pretty far out of network. Oof.
I'd like to see him get back to those leg kicks. He's had some really good success in the first round. And he forced John to switch stances.
Jones landing at a 50% clip, but not nearly the output we've seen in Fight Fest.
Yeah,
See that? He had another stumble.
yeah. He's having a problem with that knee for sure. But he's working through it.
Moving pretty well, given the circumstances.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Man, Jones has a chin. Didn't seem all that dazed by him. Those three strikes.
Oh, Jones, don't start doing that.
Coming in hard there. He knows. Stunned. He's got to be careful. He's got to be careful though. He might not be stunned. He might be wobbling because
See, I would try to take him down here.
Oh. Jones, though, does not look great.
Yeah, he's
a little flat tonight. I think this is another one of those nights where Daniel Cormier is going, why couldn't I got this one?
Yeah.
Closing the distance, but that's a dangerous proposition with Gabo Santos in there.
I wonder if John's corner recognized the fact that his knee is bad. He hobbled on it again.
Jones with authority now to that right leg of Santos, forces a brief stance switch. But he can't keep that left leg.
That is one of the unique things about MMA is that it's one of the few sports where like you kind of can't really come back to your corner and like talk to your coaches and be like, hey, look, my knee is completely fucked up. Because like, what are they? One thing, what are they going to tell you?
Yeah.
They're like, okay,
I
we'll
don't
put
want
in
to
your
hear about
backup.
your groin right now, George.
But also, they know everybody's listening. Commission's listening. TV people are listening. At least in football, you can go to the sideline and be like, hey, I'm fucked up. Oh, John Jones is getting loose with the kicks now. Uh-oh.
Johnny, come on now. Slow motion spin is not what you want to do against this guy.
Is that cut on his like hairline?
Yeah, it's when Jones elbowed him.
Those will bleed all over the place.
That's, I think, a giant key here. He's got to land those.
I know from talking to the cut men, that's one of the ones they really don't like. A long cut along in the scalp because it'll bleed a bunch, and you might not even have a piece of gauze long enough to get adrenaline in the whole thing.
Jones has not stepped back, and he's stalking him this whole time. Love those front kicks to the body too, so fast. His ability to fight through adversity. And Payne, second to none, just missed on the spinning elbow. Pretty big third round for the champion.
Okay, it could still though be Thiago Santos up 2-1.
It could be 2-1, but I think I would have given Jones that second round. But who knows what the judges did.
Literally goes over his back. Looked like Santos might have a good position for a second. This big step and elbow right off the top of him.
Yeesh, yeah. That one sliced him.
I saw it.
Yeah.
You look very good. Keep up.
Whatever is wrong with Santos' knee, it doesn't seem like he's even brought it up.
Right. They certainly haven't iced it. But after tonight's main event, don't miss a recap of all the action from Vegas on the UFC 239 post show on ESPN Plus. I'll be there with Michael Bisping and Chael Sonnen. We'll break it all down right after the main event tonight on ESPN Plus. You saw Don House, the cut man in the corner of John Jones, working the inside of that left leg a little bit. Championship rounds, my man.
Now, I feel like this would be a good round for John Jones to get a takedown. Put it in the books. Mark it down. Let's get this on the books, as Stipe Miocic would say.
Worked for Stipe.
Okay.
Job defensively once again by Jones. That guy is so dangerous.
Maybe at least it would just be a nice thing to force Thiago Santos to think about, even if you didn't get it.
One thing that I noticed in this fight about John Jones's feints, especially when he's feinting that takedown, is that he totally has a look on his face the whole time where he's like, I'm just fucking with you right now.
Amazing how close the game landed. What a daunting task to prepare for both of these men, but to prepare for John Jones in particular.
Yeah, how do you find someone to mimic that? Thiago's waiting on John, and he can't do that. And this may be because of his problem with movement. Yeah,
Oh.
there it is.
Not a great sign. Just be stumbling just while you're standing there.
And it's like John Jones has that right hand glued to his face defensively. Every time you think maybe Santos might land, John's guard is up. Yep.
Look at the welt on the inside of John's leg. It is massive.
Yeah, I think that was also that one they continue to start really badly in the first round right away from that inside leg kick of Santos.
It's not like John Jones running away with this fight, though.
Now he's still not doing a ton of offense. Like he's just
Question is Thiago Santos' knee bad enough that he needs to go to the hospital for special surgery? Or can he just go to the regular?
you guys, I found out about this hospital for special surgery while I was in the cage. Seems like a place I might want to go after this. Although I hear it's very haunted.
See that prevents him from squirting in these punches. John just checking that with the oblique kick. Keeping that belly so low. 90 seconds in the round.
Las Vegas crowd going a little restless.
Surprisingly, in that southpaw stance, we don't see John try to attack that side with a right kick. He's so sneaky with his kicks. Look how low the hands are, too. If you can just feint low, come right up full.
John
One guy seems really not to be into
Yeah.
it.
So probably Gareth A. Davies. I mean, this could seriously be 2-2 heading into the fifth, which is crazy.
I doubt it.
It's possible.
Jones still looking exceedingly well despite all those inside leg kicks from Santos. Well, Santos may need a wheelchair after this fight, but he's
Okay.
very much in it
Really?
for 20 minutes.
To the surprise of many.
Here we go. Into the fucking fifth round, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, did you pick fifth round knockout, man?
I think that's what I said.
It's the last round, so hands up, but get some pressure on it, okay? See what we can do in there. We got 5 minutes. We do it 5 minutes all week, all day, all year. 5 minutes, okay? Break them down. Yeah, you can see his leg buckle here. Absolutely having a problem with that. You can see it here. Look at it. See how it pops out? That looks like a torn ACL. Coming from somebody who's had 2 of them. But this guy is not giving any indication.
Fifth and final round for the UFC light heavyweight title. John Jones, Thiago Maheta Santos.
There we go. Nice body kick by Santos.
On a torn ACL.
Well, it could be entirely torn before he got here. Many guys fight with torn ACL. It stunned him there.
Yeah, you can't count this guy out till the bell is finally rung because he's still throwing big power, even on a clearly damaged knee. Little foot stomp there from Jones for good measure. Bone collision.
Just not a whole lot of urgency from John Jones.
No.
Thiago knows this is his last round, his last chance. He's going for it.
I know Judge conceivably though could be
Yeah, Cat Pope kind of capturing my feelings here. I don't understand what John Jones's game plan here is here, other than not get hit and keep Santos on the fence.
wonder how bad they wonder what differences we would see out of Thiago tonight if
Just not really turning it on to go after the guy too much. Oh. Oh.
Okay.
My goodness. And John absorbs it like a sponge.
How much will people lose their fucking shit if Thiago Santos wins like a split decision here and takes the title?
It's like the worst outcome you could have.
John Jones definitely doing fingers outstretched to check the advance here. What Thiago Santos really needs here, point deduction. You need John Jones foul. You need Herb to step in and do his job. Get a point
Kicked him right in
deduction.
his bad knee there.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
God.
Take him down.
Just so you don't have to see him stand on that bad knee.
It's an instability issue, John. I mean, he's recognizing it as pain.
What if he wins and he has a blown up knee?
And he's out for a year and a half.
Yes.
Oh, that's too much, even for light heavyweight. Thiago Santos, I'm running eyeball first into John Jones's fingers, playing it up for Herb Dean, getting my point deduction, and then blitzing hard in the last 15 seconds of the round. Even if I don't hit anything, I'm just throwing flurries just so the judges see it. Boom. Title.
How amazing it is that this fight's never been in the ground.
Talked about that. I said that, John. When we talked to him this week, he was like, yeah, I might just, go where he feels best and beat him there, right?
Just at this point, I'm just not even really convinced that John Jones has even won this fight.
The judges could very easily be giving him this round. This could be the deciding round in a championship fight. I'm not saying that's my opinion, but I'm saying in a crazy world, the world of MMA judging.
He's trying to do that Rashad Evans thing where he gets you to hold hands with him and then he elbows you in the face. See, late takedown by Thiago Santos would really go a long way on the scorecards. Do you think there's any sympathy scoring going on from the judges? They're like, man, this guy, he's really giving it all, even though his knee is clearly fucked up.
The way this fifth round has gone makes me feel a lot less confident that Jones is going to win a decision.
I can see why you'd be booing this fight. Jed, what the fuck was that?
Well, I don't know.
A whole lot of mutual respect there. And it's going to be interesting to hear Thiago Santos after the fact talk about the extent to which he was compromised with that left leg. This fight replay brought to you by Nemroff, gold character since 1872.
So here we go, early on, low kicks for Thiago that were very effective. And that was the one that dropped with his knee. The way he reacted, you could tell there was something wrong with the knee, but we really don't know if that's something he came into the octagon.
I'm telling you, I can see the judges. Maybe they're not even conscious of the bias. They're just like, that guy really tried hard on one knee.
Yeah, that's usually how the judges go.
I really appreciate the effort that he gave.
They have done it. Rico Rodriguez fought for years with a torn ACL. There you see that inside leg kick.
Yeah, I mean, Santos was trading some leg kicks, but just when he would get a good kick going, boom.
Yeah.
His leg would completely buckle out from underneath him. Jones with all the pressure.
Never stopped his attack.
No, not at all. I mean, still smiling. Torn ACL, potentially. All right, some numbers. Significant head strikes, 17 to 11 for Thiago Santos. Body strikes and leg strikes.
For Thiago Santos, the significant head strikes. How about that, Chad? Cocksucker. Hey, answer me. Answer me when I knock you out. Don't ignore me. You're not even typing. You're just pretending to type.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision.
Bruce Buffer pausing for effect.
And Mike Bell scores it 48-47 for the winner. And
Split decision victory for John Jones.
Oh, dear.
Split decision, Chad. Really? He played it so smart, he almost lost.
No reason to be sorry. There was an excellent fight. Coming into this fight, you knew that he was a wild man. You knew that he was going to throw these wild punches. Was there anything surprising?
Now technology wants to fail us.
He was just technically a lot more sound than I thought. Hey guys, Thiago Santos is a black belt in Muay Thai. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of myself actually. I stood and fought with a guy who's been kickboxing way longer than me.
That's a question.
He's proud of himself, Chad. John Jones is proud of himself.
Actually.
You know, I felt like I was winning. You know, it was like, you know, there was no need to go for a shot. We were playing a very high level chess match in there. And I mean, I think he made me look back. I got to go back and watch the fight myself. But anytime you out kickbox a guy who's a black belt Muay Thai, you shouldn't hold your head down.
The leg kicks, particularly the low calf kicks, how much of a problem was that early on?
Oh man, they hurt. They definitely hurt pretty bad. He implemented a game plan that I think a lot of people wanted to for a long time. He did a really good job. He exploited a hole in my game, and that's something that won't be the next time.
But John, you continue to reign as the most dominant light heavyweight of all time. You're the winner, and still, congratulations, sir.
Hey guys, shout out to my team. I got my little brother Chandler Jones, one of the best defensive ends in the league. Mike Ritter Jones, Roberto Alcar, Brandon Gibson. My dad, Arthur Jones, Pastor Arthur Jones. His wrestling coach, Coach Frank Verano. Without this guy here, I would have never joined the wrestling team. Coach Izzy and me, Grant Jackson. I love you guys so much, guys. I'm not sure you guys, I think you guys are proud of me, but I will do better next time, I promise. I love you guys so much. This is our 14th world title, and it's coming back to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
The champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen, John Jones. I'm here with Thiago Santos. First of all, Thiago, it was an excellent performance, a very tough fight for you. It seemed like early on, maybe in the first round, your left leg gave out. Was that a pre-existing injury, or did it happen during the fight?
Excelente performance. A luta muito dura. Parece que no primeiro round.
That's not how you ask that question. Don't offer him two options to choose from.
E aí eu não consegui mais movimentar muito bem. Tava toda hora saindo do lugar. Não sei o que aconteceu, a gente vai ter que ver aí. Mas sem choro, sem lamentação, eu tô feliz. Só tenho a agradecer a Deus, ao UFC pela oportunidade, ao Jones pela oportunidade por ter aceitado lutar comigo. É um cara que eu assisto há muito tempo lutar. É um guerreiro, sou fã. E só tenho a agradecer, cara. O UFC, Dana White, o Mickey pela oportunidade. A galera do FCPA e, porra, me atendem muito bem desde sempre, não só agora.
Remember how if right now if he was saying they fucked me at the UFC PI, God blew my knee out.
Look at Alex Davis. He knows he's gonna have to translate all this shit, and he's just like, Jesus, I'm gonna sum it up for you.
Everybody, I thank to be here. Thank the UFC to have me here. Thank John Jones for accepting to find me. I thank my camp. I thank everybody. I thank the PI. Everybody to be here.
Hey, thank the PI.
Well, I knew he was thinking the PI.
My knee got all fucked up. I can't even imagine where I'd be without the weirdo knee treatment that they put me through 2 days a week. That was excruciatingly painful and seemed to serve no purpose.
You know, if I had known how to breathe in here, maybe it would be different.
It's cool he's got Lou Reed in his corner.
Brazilian Lou Reed.
Lou Heed.
That's send tweet. That's the tweet right there.
No, I'm just thankful. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank GFT. I want to thank American Top Team, Dan Lambert, Cocktail, Makahau, all my team. You know, this is a chance given to a very poor boy in the city of God, and I'm very thankful for it.
Thank you, Thiago.
Yeah, so Thiago's going to have help getting out of here, but so did the champ, John Jones, was back.
Yeah.
That calf kick was definitely effective.
That leg doesn't look great.
See him here getting helped out back to the locker room. Both guys are going to be hurt. And John Jones needing more help than Thiago Santos, who appears to be making his way down the stairs right now. John Jones was extended tonight. No one.
Thiago Santos can walk on that knee. I don't know if he should go dancing tonight, though.
Thiago Santos did that.
I don't think Dr. Joe Rogan would recommend that.
Well, it was certainly close, and we were alluding to that in the last round. I don't think it was a bad decision, but we were saying, hey, this is a fairly close fight, and it's very subjective, depending on how you
Dude's
look at
fist
what was
bumping
done.
Jones while he's got his arms around two guys.
Severely compromised. Now you have to ask the question: what if Thiago pivoted on that kick? What if he didn't absorb it on his knee? What if it didn't blow out? How much different would this fight be?
Yeah, how much different would it be?
You know what? We're gonna have to wonder forever because they're never doing that one again.
You're probably right about that. Well,
That was a really weird UFC.
it was a real, like we said, it was going to be a sprint to the finish on the main card, and then we got to the finish and we crawled across the damn finish line.
We gassed. So.
On one leg, we crawled across. How do you feel?
Tired?
Yeah.
Tired? Yeah. Glad that we don't have to wait 8 months and then have a rematch between John Jones and Thiago Santos.
Yeah. Yeah. That's accurate. So, Nigel,
Well,
last
first of
words?
all, very glad the Santos clause was not evoked.
Yeah.
In this, also disappointed that I missed Ben Askren getting knocked out on live television because I was peeing.
Yep. It's your weak bladder betrayed you.
Indeed. Normally, I would like it would have happened at the moment anyway.
Well, I guess that about does it for this live watch party. That was weird. We will have more stuff to say about the exact ways in which it was weird on Monday, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Any last words?
I think we all have a lot to think about.
We do. We do have a lot to think about. And we all we should probably get to work on our thank you cards for Jorge Masvidal for ending that dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, for sure.
He went ahead and said, "You're welcome." I think he's implying that here's where we're supposed to all send the cards. So get to work on those. And
I think if we just address it, Jorge Masvidal, Miami Beach, they'll probably get there.
Yeah.
Right?
They'll know.
Yeah.
They'll know who we're talking about. Well, that does it for us. Thank you for joining us in this watch party. We all had ourselves a time. And we'll see you Monday. That's it. I'm turning it on.